Scotland's a wild and lovely place.
But there's a change we must embrace.
Scotland's water's world class.
No doubt.
So, take a refillable bottle.
When you go out.
It's your water, your life.
Top up from the tap with Scottish Water.
Fresh, cool, clear.
And only available right here.
Exceeding expectations in the delivery of outstanding, best value legal services to businesses, organisations and private individuals. If you want to deal with a different kind of law firm, get in touch now.
Well, very good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Royal Commonwealth Pool in the heart of Edinburgh. We are here for the first night of finals of the Scottish National Short Course Championships 2018. My name's Paul Noble. I'll be taking you through the action tonight, and alongside me, making her debut on the live stream here, Corrie Scott. Welcome, Corrie.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
Well, it's a big night in prospect for tonight. We've got a lot to look forward to, and of course you're just recently retired, but you do hold one of the records, and that's going to be up for grabs tonight.
Yeah, definitely. That's going to be up for grabs in the 100 breaststroke with Katie Robertson and Annabelle's English, but they'll be fighting it out tonight, so that'll be exciting.
Well, it should be really good. There's what we've got to look forward to tonight. We start off with one of the distance events, the women's 800 freestyle, right at the top end of the distance spectrum.
Yeah.
You didn't really go for these sort of events, did you, Corrie?
Not really. When I was younger I did about 400 IM, but 800 was a bit too far for me, so it'll be nice to watch that and see how the girls get on tonight.
Well, that's what we have first up there. We have A and B finals all the way. Some sprints to start us off with, the men's 50 freestyle. And the women's 100 breaststroke, as you said, Corrie, you are the Scottish record holder for that one. But we saw a Scottish record this morning in the 50 freestyle, didn't we?
I know Jack Thorpe was absolutely flying, so he's been breaking the Scottish record on and on, again and again and again, so it's great to see, and hopefully tonight we can see another Scottish record from him.
Well, that's one of the first sprints we've got to see. We have the breaststroke as well, a 200 backstroke for men. We have some IM swims as well for the women, and the men's 100 butterfly as well. The women's 50 backstroke should be very fast as well. I love the sprints. That's going to be a real contest, isn't it? Yeah,
I absolutely love the sprints as well. It's going to be good between Lucy and some of the Uni of Stirling swimmers, Cassie and Lottie. So that'll be great to see. It's a shame we don't have Kathleen here tonight. She's injured, but it'll be still so fast without her as well. So.
Yeah, Kathleen Dawson, the Scottish record holder, not here, but we do have another Scottish record in the men's 50 breaststroke as well. We set that this morning, and that was Ross Murdoch.
I know, he was flying as well, and I think it was his own Scottish record, so he's just PB'd in the heats, which is amazing to see.
And then the women's 200 butterfly, what are we going to see there? Kiana McInnes is the record holder. Tane Bruce was really, really good this morning.
I think that's going to be a good battle. Those two girls in both the 50, 100 and 200 fly, they're going to be so good together, kind of pushing each other on and seeing where they can get to, so it's great to see.
And of course, one of our Olympic medalists is fastest into the 400 freestyle. Stephen Milne there had a very good heat swim this morning.
Yep.
He was the fastest qualifier into that, so we'll see him in the 400 as well. And the women's 100 freestyle is always going to be fast. And Duncan Scott, of course, goes in that individual medley event. What can you say about Duncan? What year he's had?
Oh, he's had an amazing year. I mean, he won Scottish Sports Personality of the Year last night, so that was he's flying, he's amazing. So it's going to be exciting to see that, especially in the 100 IM. It's just a bit of fun at Scottish short course, so everyone loves that event. It's so fast, you have to get everything right. So hopefully we'll see what happens in that tonight.
Well, Duncan, it's record-breaking performances in the Commonwealth Games. That was absolutely amazing. And then to win the European title on home soil as well, absolutely fantastic.
I know. I think that was from an outside lane as well. So it just shows that that boy can do anything. He really can. So,
well, he's going to be one of the real stars of the future. Well, he's arrived already. Just watch out for him in future years. We'll watch out for him tonight.
Yeah.
He goes in a couple of events, I think. Duncan Scott, certainly the 100 IM.
He's in the 100 IM. He's in the 50 freestyle, I think, as well. So, I mean, that event, Jack was fast this morning, but it's also it's wide open. There's also Scott McClay and David Cumberledge and Duncan. So it's going to be fast, that event.
So Commonwealth Games swimmers all over the place
Yeah.
in the events tonight. Of course, you were 3 times a Commonwealth Games swimmer. We're at the Commonwealth pool.
Yeah.
You made your return.
Yeah.
Your last one, what was
I
it, the
know.
Gold Coast?
Gold Coast, yeah, in April. So it was an amazing experience, and we had such an amazing team. And obviously, Duncan was fabulous. So it was great to be part of that.
And, well, I was in the stands watching Duncan win his gold medal, which was absolutely superb. We just thought, are we ever going to get Flower of Scotland here at the Gold Coast? And there, Duncan delivered. It was absolutely fantastic.
Amazing.
You saw the Twitter hashtag just go through the bottom of our screen there. It's hashtag SNOC18 as the swimmers are about to make their entrance on to the poolside here for the first event of tonight. It is the fastest heat of the women's 800 freestyle.
Yeah.
So here's the swimmers coming out. We saw one of the earlier heats today. These swimmers didn't swim to qualify for that. It's all going on entry times, these swimmers.
So yeah, at least they're fresh, and they've not done an 800 freestyle this morning. So hopefully we'll see some fast swimming.
Well, we have a big representation from Ellesmere College Titans here. They're a club, a college that's really coming through, really producing some strong swimmers.
Yeah, definitely. They've got Freya Anderson here as well, and she's had a great year. So they're obviously working very well together, all of Ellesmere College, and it's great to see them.
Well, they've got 4 swimmers in this fastest heat here. Amelia Rodd goes in lane 1 for Ellesmere College. Lauren Wetherall, also at Ellesmere College now, she goes in 2. Aisha Thornton from Warrington Warriors, she goes in lane 3. Phoebe Griffiths from Ellesmere College in 4. Danielle Huskisson from University of Stirling in 5. Iona McLeod, Dundee City Aquatic in 6. Rebecca Reid from Aberdeen in 7. And Shannon Dallaghan, the 4th Ellesmere College swimmer, goes in lane number 8. That's the lineup for the fastest heat of the women's 800 freestyle. Lane 1 at the very top of your picture there. Lane 8 right at the bottom. We'll be looking for somewhere around about the mid 8 minutes for this 800. The fastest entry time is Phoebe Griffiths. But we do have, well, Danielle Huskisson from University of Stirling, been very successful in the open water swimming, Danielle.
Yeah, she really is. She's doing some amazing things. I think she was at Europeans this year for the open water. And it's, I mean, obviously this will be a short event for her, so be a sprint.
Yeah, I was out in Loch Lomond for the open water for the Europeans.
Yeah.
So I was following the swimmers in the loch, and some amazing times. 25 kilometres, 6 hours of swimming for some of these swimmers in Loch Lomond this summer. So as you say, Danielle Huskisson in lane number 5. Bit of a short sprint for her.
Yeah.
Lane number 5 is the lower of the 2 yellow marked lanes, and lane 4 is the upper of those. So Phoebe Griffiths in lane 4 challenging for the lead at the moment. Lauren Wetherall though going out very fast up there in lane number 2.
Yeah, I wonder if these Ellesmere College girls know how each other swims the 800 and whether they can help each other along with this.
Well, Lauren has gone out pretty fast there and covered that first 100, just about half a second lead for Lauren Wetherall. And she looks pretty comfortable in the early stages, but a long way to go. The tactics could well come into play, as you say, Corey.
Yeah.
Some of these swimmers will be strong in the closing stages. They'll want to build through other ones maybe try and go out fast and try to hold it. But
Yeah, definitely.
Lauren Weatherall leads them through 1:31.87 at the 150 mark. Aisha Thornton, one of your Commonwealth Games former teammates, Aisha Thornton.
Yeah, it's great to see her. We met her out in Australia. She was just out there, I think, living and training out there, and she was saying she was loving swimming. So it's great to see her back here for this meet, and she's looking like she's got a good tan as well. So. Yeah.
Well, she is following Lauren Weatherall there. She's in second spot. That's the 200 mark, 204.21 for Lauren Weatherall. Aisha Thornton close behind, 205.53. And in third place is Phoebe Griffiths and Daniel Huskisson, almost in that diagonal line there.
Yeah.
It's not the traditional spearhead, but they're all tracking each other and pulling each other along. Hopefully they'll pull each other to a good time.
Definitely, yeah. Definitely 800's very much about tactics, so they'll all have their own race plans and they'll kind of just have to get into the race, put them in, decide what they're going to do in there. So I guess Lauren's plan might be to go out and just wait for, hold off as many people as she can, but I guess Danielle, we said it's quite short for her, so she might come back fast.
Well, she's beginning to come back into about third position at the moment. Danielle Huskisson, she is just behind the leading two there as she goes past Phoebe Griffiths in that bottom of the yellow lanes here. So still all to play for. We're not halfway yet as we go through. It's still Lauren Weatherall though, with around about a second lead over Aisha Thornton. It wasn't the case Aisha Thornton, did she have to do a swim off at the Commonwealth Games in the 800 freestyle?
Oh,
I think it was a tie. That's a test for you, Connie. This is trivia night tonight.
I'm not quite sure. I don't remember that, but an 800 swim off would have been pretty brutal anyway. That would have been, I guess, 3 800s in a couple of days. So, I mean, obviously, if she did do a swim off, she's a very tough swimmer. So we're hoping that, I mean, she might have a good back end as well and push this race on and get as fast a time as possible. So.
Well, we're down there 3 minutes 42 at the 350 mark. We've gone to the 400 mark there. So they're looking for somewhere in the region of about 4:15 or so, maybe 4:20 for the leading two. Lauren Weatherall now being caught by Aisha Thornton.
And Danielle's coming back as well. So it's all changed now coming into halfway.
Very, very close at the front there, 8/100ths of a second. Lauren Weatherall still with that lead, but she's under threat now. Aisha Thornton looking very, very good. It was the Glasgow Games, her last Commonwealth Games, and she's been in Australia since then, do you think?
I think so, yeah, because we were just out training obviously before the games this year, and she was there just training in the same pool, and I think she wasn't competing much in swimming, but she was just really enjoying training, so it's nice to see her back in the competition pool.
It's a comeback for Aisha Thornton.
Yeah.
We're going to see a comeback for Corrie Scott in 4 years' time.
That's a definite no at this point in time. But it's great to be back and be in the kind of the competition environment and see everyone. So really enjoying it tonight so far.
Well, good to see you here. Back in the swimming pool, back in the Commonwealth pool.
Yeah.
Aisha Thornton looking really good
She's
here.
Looking really good. She's looking very, very chilled out. I mean, if you look at her legs, they're barely moving. So hopefully there we go. She's obviously listening to me. So yeah, she might have some leg kicks to come back. So the back end of this race.
Now it's 500 gone there, and Aisha Thornton just with that lead there. Danielle Huskisson moving into second place. We said Danielle, Milton Motors from her, used to the 5Ks, the 10Ks. So it is just a sprint for Danielle Huskisson relatively. I wonder if she's got the speed, I wonder if she's got the power to pull back against Aisha Thornton here.
Yeah, I mean, it's really close now. It's going to be, less than a second, 0.5 a second there. So
Danielle Huskisson representing the University of Stirling. You were your big rivals. You were Edinburgh University of Stirling.
Yeah.
Great squad they've got there.
Oh, they do, yeah. No, I know. They've got so many. They've got Duncan and they've got Danielle, they've got Craig, they've got Ross. So, yeah, it's great to see them doing well as well. And we were rivals, but, I mean, we're teammates within Scotland, so it's great as well.
No, it's going to be very, very close at the 600 mark there. Daniel Huskisson now taking up the running, just 0.17 ahead of Aisha Thornton. She's looking very good, Daniel Huskisson.
They both are, yeah. They're both looking very, very chilled out, and they've only got a few hundred metres to go now. So it's going to be who can kind of sprint to that finish.
Daniel Huskisson looking the most likely. Aisha Thornton breathing across. She'll be aware of Daniel Huskisson 2 lanes across for her, I'm sure. That yellow cap of Warrington Warriors, the pink cap of Daniel Huskisson, University of Stirling swimmer, but it looks like she has got the edge now. Daniel Huskisson surely is the favourite for this one going into the last 150. Yeah,
I mean, as we said, she's such a long distance swimmer that she's got five lengths to go. This is a sprint for her. So yeah, I think Danielle's got this, but Aisha, I mean, again, her legs are still not moving much. She definitely could be saving something for the last 100 metres.
Aisha is now about second, 1.8 seconds behind Daniel Huskisson. You've got to say Daniel Huskisson looking really good. Lauren Witherell is in third spot, holding off the challenge of Iona McLeod, the youngster in the field, just 15 years of age, Iona McLeod. But she's around about 3.5, 4 seconds back from Lauren Witherell. So that looks like your medalist at the moment, as Daniel Huskisson is trying just to eke out that lead from Aisha Thornton coming into the bell.
Yeah.
So 2 lengths to go now, and Daniel Huskisson has got the edge over Aisha Thornton. It is looking like it is going to be a win for Huskisson here in our very first race of the evening. She goes into the red markers there. 5 metres to go till her final turn, and Daniel Huskisson is going through. Aisha Thornton is clear in second place. Lauren Witherell doesn't look like she is going to be touched for third, because Iona McLeod is through in fourth place, a couple of seconds behind. But here comes the winner. Daniel Huskisson takes it in 8:34.77, followed home by Aisha Thornton, and Lauren Witherell will claim the bronze medal. And a very good swim for Huskisson, you have to say. She timed that perfectly.
That's great to see for all of them. That's faster than all their entry times, I think. So hopefully PB's there, and yeah, Danielle timed that very, very well.
Well, she finished in 8:34.77. Aisha Thornton in 8:38.86, with Lauren Witherell in 8:42.83. But Daniel Huskisson will be delighted with that one, and she said it's good to see Aisha Thornton back again. Here is the confirmed result. Lauren Witherell will take the bronze for that one. Aisha Thornton the silver, but the Scottish champion will be Daniel Huskisson from the University of Stirling.
And I actually think Iona might be the junior champion there as well, so that's nice. All 4 of them get on the podium.
Well spotted. There is Iona McLeod just getting out there, the 15-year-old. And there are the swimmers exiting for that last heat of the 800 freestyle there. The 50 freestyle for men is to come, so we go from one extreme to the other.
Yeah.
Start off with the B finals, then move on to the A, but there's some fast guys in this next one.
Oh, there is. We've got Stephen Milne, Olympic medalist, Kieran McGuckin, Commonwealth Games medalist, Archie Goodburn again, I think European junior medalist, and so it's going to be fast. It's 53. You need to really get everything right. So
this is the B final. We have Marcus Rogers at the top there, Chris Muir, Kieran Preston, Stephen Milne, Archie Goodburn, Robert Bryce, Kieran McGuckin and Ewan Smith. 2 yellow lanes, Stephen Milne in 4, Archie Goodburn in 5. Goodburn maybe first to the turn, the youngster going ahead of Stephen Milne here. It is Archie Goodburn. Also going well at the top is Marcus Rogers of Millfield. It's going to be very close. And it is Archie Goodburn will take that one. Bit of a scalp for Archie Goodburn there, getting ahead of Kieran McGuckin in second place, and Marcus Rogers it is in fact Stephen Milne it was in third place, just ahead of Marcus Rogers. There we are. But Archie Goodburn, a good swim there, 22.73.
Yeah. That's 0.2 faster than he went this morning, and there's only a hundredth of a second there between Kieran and Stephen, so it just shows how close these races can be.
Yeah, 22.73 for Archie Goodburn, Kieran McGuckin 22.86, and Stephen Milne 22.87 just behind them. So the big guys coming on now, Corey. It's the A final of the
excited.
50 freestyle. Well, Jack Thorpe, we saw him set a new Scottish record this morning, 21:55.3 of a second almost off the old mark, but you only set a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago at the Buck Short Course Champ, so let's see what he can do tonight.
Grant Henderson goes for City of Glasgow in 1. There is Scottish Sports Personality of the Year, Duncan Scott, goes in 2. Well, you wouldn't count him out.
No.
David Cumberledge, English Commonwealth Games swimmer,
Yeah.
he goes in lane number 3. Jack Thorpe, the new Scottish record holder, in 4. Scott McClay is next to him, also inside the old record mark
Yeah,
this
I know.
morning. 0.1
It's
second behind.
going to be a fast race.
Callum Bain in 6. The Northern Ireland Commonwealth Games swimmer next to Martin Walton in 7. And Zach Aitchison in lane number 8. 4 University of Stirling swimmers in 5, 6, 7 and 8, and also Duncan Scott in lane 2. So dominated by the unis, this one.
Yeah. 5 University of Stirling and 2 Edinburgh, so 1 Glasgow as well.
So it's important for Jack Thorpe to get off fast here if he's going to try and challenge that record. There's Thorpe in lane 4, McLean in lane 5. Cumberledge was up very fast as well.
Yeah, good underwater from Alden.
And Jack Thorpe maybe first to the wall there. Scott McClay very close, and Scott McClay again like he did in the heat. A great turn for Scott McClay to bring him up ahead of Jack Thorpe, and Jack Thorpe and Scott McClay coming right into the middle now. It's very close, and it's Jack Thorpe will take it in 21.63. It was only 1/100th the difference, and it was Scott McClay in second. And Duncan Scott almost in there as well, 21.72. He picks up a medal, but Duncan Scott was very close. But McClay, what about that turn from Scott McClay?
That was an amazing turn, yeah, it really is. In the 50, it's all about your skills. It's in short course, it's all about your starts, all about your turns, and you can obviously see that was so close there, but even between Jack, between Scott, between Duncan and David as well, so everything matters in a 50.
Well, it was Jack Thorpe who took it, not quite as fast as he was this morning, but only 8/100. You just can't really imagine how close that was to another Scottish record. And he's a swimmer on great form, isn't he?
Oh yeah, no, Jack's swimming amazing, and I've been talking to Chris tonight as well. He's training well. I've always loved training with him. He's such a hard worker, and he deserves everything that he's getting. So it's really great to see him swimming fast. But yeah, they were all 3 of them were under the old Scottish record as well. So that's amazing to see. We've got some really fast boys in freestyle in Scotland at the moment.
Yeah, it was a very impressive swim from these guys there in the 50 freestyle. There is the finish there, Corey. You just couldn't pick it, could you?
I could not pick that at all.
Oh, wow.
So close.
Scott McClay gasping for air at the end there, just stretching on his left arm. But Jack Thorpe was the man who spotted the wall perfectly at the end, and he had to.
Yeah.
The smallest of margins separating the top 2.
Yeah, such a tiny margin there. It is a 50 short course, you can't make any mistakes, and obviously they all did almost perfect swims. They all PB'd today, so that's great to see.
Well, the first of the medal presentations to come now, it's the women's 800 freestyle, followed by the men's 50 freestyle. Alison Lowe making these presentations for the medalists. Lauren Wetherall, representing Ellesmere College, she takes the bronze medal. And there's Aisha Thornton, her old teammate, taking the silver.
Yeah, she's wearing the Glasgow Commonwealth Games tops. That's great to see as well. And looks very happy. It's lovely to see happy swimmers on a podium. So
she does look delighted to be back on the podium. But it was a very well-paced swim there from Daniel Huskisson. She takes that one in 8:34.77, a very good time, faster than the entry times that was submitted. And Daniel Huskisson is the Scottish short course champion for 2018. There are your medalists.
also our junior champion actually there was Lauren Wetherall.
Lauren Wetherall just 16 years of age. They, I think they want to present it now off the podium. Well, a bit of confusion here in the first event. We'll get there as the weekend progresses.
Yeah. Got 3 days.
That's it. Sure, everything will sort itself out. The medal ceremonies now for the men's 50 freestyle. It was all it was really promised to be.
Yeah.
There's Duncan Scott. Is there anything Duncan Scott can't do? Any event?
I don't think so. I think he really can. He can do everything, to be honest. I mean, we're seeing him in 100 IM later, but I'm sure that he'd be doing the 100 IM and the 200 fly and everything. So
here is Duncan Scott. I think confusion reigns today.
Again, he's looking happy, so it's nice to see that.
That's got to be, I mean, that's inside the old Scottish record. It's got to be a personal best for him.
Yeah, it is. So, well.
There's Scott McClay. Well, he was close, very, very close to taking that one.
Yeah.
And there's Jack Thorpe taking the gold medal, the champion. New Scottish record. It's been a good day's work for Jack Thorpe.
It really has.
And the junior champion representing Swim West Lothian, John Keane.
John Keane from Swim West Lothian taking the junior title.
That's great to see as well. And he's obviously will be inspired by these boys, so hopefully in a few years' time we'll see him in that A final at the top of that podium as well in the senior rank. So
well, let's hope so. He's in some good company today, that's for sure.
Definitely.
There's Commonwealth Games swimmers medalists in the big international meets.
Yeah.
Scottish swimming in a good state at the moment, isn't it?
Really, really good, yeah. I mean, absolutely loved the Commonwealth Games. The team was just an amazing vibe as well as people swimming fast, so it's great to see.
Gold Coast is certainly a great venue. And on to the event which you were looking forward to, Corey.
Yeah.
Your old stomping ground here, the women's 100 breaststroke. This is the B final. No introductions for the B finals behind the lane, but we can tell you the swimmer Zoe McDonald goes in lane 1 for University of Stirling. Katie McKenzie from City of Glasgow in 2. Eve Thompson, University of Stirling in 3. Katie Goodburn from Warrender in lane 4. Amy Watson from Inverclyde in 5. Erin Robertson from Edinburgh Uni in 6. Zoe Price from Gateshead and Wickham in 7. And Jenna Dougal from Derwentside goes in lane number 8. Promises to be a close one, just 0.1 of a second separating the fastest qualifiers. Katie Goodburn fastest into this B final.
Yeah, Katie's looking very skillful. Her turn there was great, and Eve's just up with her as well. So Katie's starting to pull away now, but she's got a lovely, lovely stroke.
Well, Katie Goodburn with that familiar red cap of Warrender Bath Club from Edinburgh. She'll be familiar with this Commonwealth pool here in Edinburgh, and she is doing a good job here. Amy Watson trying to come back in the closing stages here, but it looks like Katie Goodburn has probably got enough to hold her off. It looks like 1:12.45 was the entry, and she smashed that. 1:10.69 for Katie Goodburn. Great swim there.
Yeah, that was a great swim. So that's almost 2 seconds off our time from this morning. So that's really great to see, kind of taking off that time from heats to finals.
Good improvement as well from Amy Watson, 1:11.72. Katie Goodburn takes that one in 1:10.69. That's really, really good for Katie Goodburn. And now,
yeah, now's the A final. So I'm excited to see how this one goes. Katie Robertson was great this morning, and so is Annabelle. So Annabelle's just first year at Edinburgh University at the moment, so it'll be nice to see how she's getting on.
There's the slight figure of Yvonne Brown, but she's such a technician, Yvonne Brown, isn't
she's
she?
Amazing. It's lovely to watch her swim. It's great to see it from my old club as well, South Lanarkshire, so it's great.
Yvonne Brown goes in 1. Next to her is Clara Von Opel from Natari, West London. Orla Adams goes in lane number 3 for Aberdeen Performance. Katie Robertson from South Ayrshire in 4. Annabelle Guy Johnson will go in lane number 5 for Edinburgh University. Maya Hall from Ellesmere College in 6. Bridget Lemeasurer from East Lothian in 7. And Lucy Ross, another South Lanarkshire.
Yeah, 2 South Lanarkshire. It's great to see.
There's Lucy Ross in lane number 8. The two South Lanarkshires on either end of the pool. Katie Robertson will start as the slight favourite there in lane number 4. Next to her, Annabelle Guy-Johnson, world junior medalist just last year, so real pedigree in this one.
Katie and Annabelle know each other quite a lot from racing in the junior kind of ranks, and now they're here in a senior final, so it's great to see that, and that was a great start from Katie.
Yeah, Katie Robertson way ahead of the field in the early stages here, followed by Orla Adams, just one lane up from her. Annabelle Guy-Johnson, a little bit of catch up to do, but she's coming back on Katie Robertson, probably in second at the moment, but it's the blue cap of Katie Robertson who's going to go into the halfway point, Corey.
Yeah, I know. She's got great turns. She's got such a long stroke, Katie has. So, I mean, I think long course I would say suits Katie's stroke more, but she's been amazing in this short course season. So it's lovely to see that, and I'm excited for her future. Really looking forward to it.
Now she's gone over that final turn now. Katie Robertson doesn't look like she is going to be touched here. Corey, your Scottish record sits at 106.06. I'm not sure it's going to go today. Katie Robertson coming in home now. It's going to be a great swim here from Katie Robertson. Oh, it's very close to the Scottish record.
That's great, Katie.
Ooh. 106.71 for Katie Robertson. Annabelle Guy-Johnson second, not too shabby on 108.59. And Orla Adams in third in 108.82, but Katie Robertson will take the Scottish title in 106.71. Great time there.
What a speedy swim. She's taken a lot of time off from this morning as well, so that's great to see, kind of getting better from the heats to the finals. But that was such a skillful swim. She looked so controlled, and really, really lovely to watch.
And is that the kind of way that you would swim it as well? And Corey, go out fast and, you know, just stamp your authority on the race right from the start?
That was always my plan, yeah. I was always better at the going out, so, and people would I'd just be like, come and catch me. But yeah, it's lovely to see Katie swim like that, and yeah.
Well done, Katie Robertson. May well have just sneaked a little personal best there.
Yeah, I think that is a personal best, so that's very, very good to see. It's a great start to the meet for her, so we'll see what she can do in the 50 and the 200s. Yeah. I think she's in later in the 200 IM as well, actually, so yeah, she is.
All these swimmers
Not
got
long.
yeah, well, busy programmes.
Yeah.
Saw a few of them swim in multiple heats. The one that's famous for doing that was Hannah Miley. But Hannah not here at these championships. Unusual that she's not here. You always expect to see Hannah at the Scottish Championships. A great supporter of Scottish.
Oh, she is. She's a massive supporter. I think she's just had a foot operation, so I think she's feeling quite well. I was just speaking to her dad before this, so hopefully we'll see Hannah soon.
Yeah, one of Scotland's great servants, of course, Hannah Miley. Move on to the next event now, which is the men's 200 metres backstroke. This is the B final. Swimmers in this B final: Conor Massey from City of Glasgow in lane number 1, Lewis Maxwell from Derwentside in 2, Sam Pease from University of Stirling in 3, Ryan Retson, University of Stirling in 4, Oliver O'Halloran from Derwentside in 5, Gianna Napolitano from University of Stirling in 6, Adam Wilkes from Newcastle in 7, next to his teammate Joseph Martin. 2 Newcastle guys in the outside lane. Ryan Retson recently gone to University of Stirling. He's done very well there. He's out ahead of the field after 50 metres. Ryan Retson there in the centre lane, just going over first there in lane 4.
Yeah, I guess doing a backstroke is a lot about the underwater, so towards the end of the race they'll be trying to push on that underwater and get as much as they can out of that.
Looks like it's going to be Retson, yeah, up to the halfway point, 58.93 for him. His heat time was 2:03.34, so just missed out in the final by half a second. Want to make amends and go a little bit faster here in this B final.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes it's quite nice to be at the front of the B final instead of the outside lane of the A, and you can really push it on and race everyone else kind of just in a line with you. So he's doing really well here.
He's coming up now to the 150 mark. We'll see if he can get faster than that time and win this B final. O'Halloran from Derwent side in second position now, just one lane down from Ryan Ritson. Looks like it's between these two. It's kind of following the pre-race series as Ritson goes into this final turn.
That was a great 25 from O'Halloran there. He's really come back, and oh, that underwater there from O'Halloran was wonderful.
Well, Ritson's got his work cut out now to try and get back on terms with Oliver O'Halloran here from Derwent side. It's going to be a very good swim from the Derwent side swimmer. He reaches for the wall. 2 minutes point 79 for Oliver O'Halloran. He will take that. Ryan Ritson in second spot, and Gianno Napolitano coming through for third. But it was all about the second half of that race for O'Halloran.
Yeah, he paced that perfectly there, so that was a really, really good swim, and that's almost 3 seconds off from this morning, so he definitely had more in the tank.
Yeah, 2 minutes point 79 for Oliver O'Halloran. That would have qualified him in about 4th place from the heat, so he'd have been well into the A final with that one.
Yeah. It looks like that back end was hard there, but I mean, it's totally worth that pain.
That's what it should be like.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd like to see the swimmers that have put everything into that.
Yeah. He left everything in that pool there, so that's great to see.
That's what we need to see at these big championships. Scottish short course has been a great championships over the years. We've seen some excellent performances. I remember British records when Lizzie Simmons used to come and swim up here, and she loved swimming in the Commonwealth pool here in Edinburgh and set British records over the last few years and had Scottish records today. The swimmers just love coming here, don't they?
Oh yeah, the Scottish short course champs, it was probably my favourite meet of the year. It's the lights, and it's kind of such a good atmosphere, and because it's short course, it's early in the season, there's not too much pressure on it, but that means that you can really throw everything into it and just have a bit of fun and race. So yeah, I think most swimmers really love this championships.
O'Halloran taking that B final. Saw the result just flashing up on your screen there. Ritson in second position, Napolitano in third. We move to the A final now.
200 metres backstroke.
Led out by swimmer in lane 8. It's Keir Edgar from the Falkirk Integrated Region Swim Team. He will lead them through to that far lane. Line up for this one, young man who's impressed us already, Jack Munsey from Perth City, the 15-year-old, goes in lane 1. A couple of good swims this morning.
Yeah.
Tom Bealey from Plymouth Leander, based down in Plymouth, he goes in lane 2. Perry Gardner from University of Stirling, he is in lane 3. Ryan Brown and Craig McNally in the centre lanes. City of Glasgow swimmers, Stephen Milne back in the water again. Well, tough shift for Stephen Milne, but he'll give it everything, I'm sure. Jonathan Adam for Ellesmere College in 7, and there is Keir Edgar from Falkirk swim team, goes in lane number 8. Ryan Brown and Craig McNally, they were in the heats this morning, swam it very, very differently. McNally with that trademark finish that he always has.
Yeah, McNally, whenever I watch him race, it always stresses me out, because that's definitely not how I used to be able to swim, but he's so skillful at it, and he's really mastered that back end swimming, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes tonight for the both, and it'll be interesting to see if they both kind of work off each other or if they do swim very differently again.
Ryan Brown went out very fast in the heats. McNally kept something back for the finish. Good underwater work there from McNally, and also up in lane 3 Perry Gardner as well. Probably first of the turn, Perry Gardner from University of Stirling, followed by McNally. McNally really using the underwater.
Yeah, I think short course tuna backstroke, it's really all about the underwater, so it's great to see McNally using that. And I mean, McNally's got so much experience now. He's 3 Commonwealth Games, so he'll be really wanting to kind of put his mark and just show everyone that he's still the top Scottish tuna backstroker. So, and I'm sure the other ones will be wanting to prove him wrong.
Oh, World Championship finalist as well, Craig McNally in the 200 backstroke a few years ago. He's heading the three swimmers at the moment. Maybe Perry Gardner at the top of those three swimmers as they come up to the halfway point. Gardner there, 57.40. McNally just 4 100s behind, and Ryan Brown just a 10th behind those two.
Yeah, it's very, very close between these three, but McNally's starting to move now with his kind of trademark back end, so...
Let's see what McNally can do here. Oh, that's a very good turn again from McNally, really showing his skills there. And that has got him away and clear, Craig McNally. And he'll have more to give on this final 50,
definitely.
I'm sure.
His stroke rate always increases in that last 50, and he's got so much more to give. It's so amazing to watch him swim like this.
Craig McNally with a big lead there, almost 2 seconds ahead of Ryan Brown, his teammate. He goes over that last turn now. Craig McNally is coming home. He's going to be the Scottish champion again here in the Royal Commonwealth Pool. There's that arm stroke really picking up now as we saw him in the heats this morning. Craig McNally coming home now in that time of 154.01. So well done, Craig McNally. Just bang on his entry time almost, 153.98. So great swim from Craig McNally to take that title ahead of Ryan Brown and ahead of Perry Gardner. Always going to be about those three swimmers, but there's only one winner. McNally dominated that one.
He really did. That was great to watch, and kind of it's really good to see him still absolutely killing it in the pool. So really, really happy for him there, and I think he'll be happy with that as well.
Well, great swim there from Craig McNally to take that title. Back to some medals. It's sticking fast here, Colin.
It is. It's been amazing so far. So much fast swimming, and so much more to come as well.
We've got presentations to
Yeah,
come here. There's
look at
McNally
that last
coming in.
5 metres from McNally. His stroke rate from the start of the race to the end of the race increased so much. So, what a skill.
Yeah, great skill, great stamina from Craig McNally to take that one clearly ahead. And there is swimmers for the presentation of this 100 breaststroke. Steve Fowley, the Chief Operating Officer for Scottish Student Sport, making those presentations. Ola Adams had a good swim there to take the bronze medal.
She's still got her cap on. I think she's up in the 200 IM in a couple of minutes, so getting ready for that as well. Fast turnaround. And there's Annabelle.
Guy Johnson taking the silver, but a great swim from Katie Robertson. That was really good, 106.71.
Yeah, she's been flying this year. Medalist at the European Juniors in the relays, so she's had a great year. Yeah, and there's a junior as well, Bridget Lamazurier, so great to see that.
Yes, junior champion there, alongside the big names, Katie Robertson. Corey Scott still the Scottish record holder.
Oh, for another year, I'm sure. Not for much longer, definitely. It's nice to see that 100 breaststroke was it was such a young age group, so it's nice to kind of see the future of breaststroke.
When did you set that one in, Corey?
606. I think it was 2016, so a couple of years ago now.
Right. Okay. There's the guys for that 200 backstroke. Perry Gardner, bronze medalist.
Still looking a little bit tired there. Looks very happy though.
Just out the pool there.
A little shake of the head from Ryan Brown as well. Must have been a hard race for them all. 200 backstroke, I always used to find it a really, really hard race. So.
Junior champion of Perth City, Champ Muncie.
Craig McNally winning the senior gold. Champ Muncie from Perth City, the 15-year-old winning the junior gold. And he's been impressive already this week. We've seen him swim a couple of times today already. He'll have a busy schedule, I'm sure, this week, the 15-year-old. But there's Craig McNally in the middle. He has seen it all before. He's a very experienced campaigner, as you said, 3 times Commonwealth Games swimmer as well, Craig McNally.
I wonder how many Scottish championships he's taken so far. So great to add another one to his collection.
Craig McNally taking that 200 metres backstroke. We move swiftly on. Finals come thick and fast. We're on to the B final of the women's 200 metres individual medley. In one we have Katie McKenzie just shortly after that 100 breaststroke. Katie McKenzie right back in the water again for City of Glasgow. Serena Aguaram in line 2. Ellie Turner from Carnegie goes in 3. Iona McLeod back in again after the 800. She goes in lane 4. Gaia Alcaraz from Aberdeen Performance in 5. Katie Goodburn
Again,
from
100 breaststroke.
Another one that's doubling up. Danielle Rayner from University of Stirling in lane 7. And Lucy Ross, South Lanarkshire.
Again, doubling up. Lucy with 100 breaststroke. So these 100 breaststroke and 200 IM girls have been busy.
Straight away into another lead there. Gaia Alcaraz leading. Butterfly going on to the backstroke now. Gaia Alcaraz from Aberdeen Performance. Yeah, a young field this one, all 15 and 16-year-olds, with the exception of Katie McKenzie, who's 18 in lane number 1, and Danielle Rayner, the 22-year-old from University of Stirling, there in lane number 7. Ellie Turner from Carnegie, the 15-year-old, one of the younger swimmers in this field. She leads them at the halfway point in that black cap of Carnegie. But Gaia Alcaraz coming back on the breaststroke now, and Iona McLeod coming right through in that pink cap there.
Yeah, I think I love IM because the lead changes so much, and it all depends on what your best stroke is. So it's very exciting watching 200 IMs.
And the lead on this breaststroke looks like it might be Gaia Alcaraz with that white cap of Aberdeen. And she's going to go through.
Nice.
Second place is Ellie Turner there, still holding on to that second spot. Danielle Rayner, experienced campaigner with that green cap there, right down at the bottom of your screen. And she's been pressed now by Katie Goodburn, who again looks like she's got loads of energy. Katie Goodburn really coming back strong.
She's really coming back strong in this last 50.
So it's Gaia Alcaraz. She has led pretty much from the start. Can she hold off the challenge of Ellie Turner? And Katie Goodburn there with the red cap of Warrender. Ellie Turner really trying to get in, but it is Alcaraz who will take it in 2:18.48 with Ellie Turner in second position and Katie Goodburn in third. A great race there. Gaia Alcaraz, she held on. She led pretty much the whole way through there, but only just. It was a great contest.
That was a great contest, and it was really close at the end between Ellie Turner and Katie Goodburn, so only 0.2 in there.
Again, another one of the swimmers benefiting there from being in the centre lane. Another improvement on that heat time.
Yep.
Around about a second and a half there for Gaia Alcaraz. She will take that one to 18.48. So we see some big names in this second final. I just wonder, Katie Robertson, as you said, back in again.
Back in again, yeah, it's been busy. And it'll be the first time you see Freya Anderson as well and Amy Wilmot. So they're really big names, both swimming at the Commonwealth Games and Europeans this year. So it'll be interesting to see what they can do after a big season last year.
Amy Wilmot, Mr. Champion, turning the tables on Hannah Miley in the Gold Coast. Great swim from Amy Wilmot there earlier this year in the Commonwealth Games. Freya Anderson as well, what a season she has had. She is the one probably most likely to take the crown of Fran Halsall. Fran Halsall was the freestyle queen of British swimming for many years, but Freya Anderson is really the heir to that throne.
Freya Anderson, she's so talented, and she's still so young as well, only 17, so got so many more years at her, and it's going to be exciting to see what she can do in the future. And I mean, it's nice to see her in the 200 IM. We know her as a freestyler, so.
She looked pretty comfortable in the heats this morning. There's Orla Adams, another swimmer doubling up tonight. She goes in lane 1. Pia Murray from Ellesmere College goes in 2. Real young talent in lane number 3. Katie Shanahan, the 14-year-old from City of Glasgow. There's Freya Anderson in lane number 4, next to Katie Robertson fantastic breaststroke watching for her when you get to the breaststroke. Katie Robertson in lane 6, Amy Wilmot, champion of 400 metres individual medley. Tara Hayworth in lane 7 for Edinburgh University, and Caroline Lewitt from Natari, West London. I think that's Michael Jameson coaching down at Natari as well, so experienced champion coaching the Natari team. Should be fascinating here. Freya Anderson might be just a slight favourite for this one. Amy Wilmot, though, is the individual medley swimmer supreme. Freya Anderson, better known as a freestyler. Katie Robertson, better known as a breaststroker. And, you know, it's going to be very interesting as this progresses.
And I guess Amy's better known as a 400 medley swimmer as well. So it's not any of the favourite events, but it's going to be exciting to see how it turns out. And I mean, Katie will definitely come back in the breaststroke. And we know that Freya's got a massive freestyler on her as well. So, and Tara Hayworth doing really, really good right now as well. Right up there with Katie and coming back on that backstroke.
Amy Wilmot there, maybe just with the edge over Freya Anderson there. Good turn for Amy Wilmot, really taking her ahead of Freya Anderson. Katie Robertson still pretty much in contention, but Wilmot will be trying to get as much distance between her and Katie Robertson as possible. Anderson in second, Wilmot in third. Katie Shanahan, the youngster, the 14-year-old, in third position. She's a real talent, Katie Shanahan, that blue cap of City of Glasgow, just one up from Freya Anderson.
Yeah, Katie, she's so young, only 14, but she seems to be able to do every single stroke. So SIM, she's really going to be a future in that.
Katie Robertson certainly coming back to contention here, but Amy Wilmot has got a little bit of a handy lead here as they go into the freestyle. Amy Wilmot means business here. She's got around about a 2-second advantage, maybe a second and a half over Freya Anderson. We know Freya Anderson is going to be very strong in the freestyle, but Amy Wilmot has got a big lead.
She has, she's got a big lead. She looks really, really strong as well.
On that final turn now, it does look like Amy Wilmot's got this one sewn up. University of Stirling swimmer surely will hold off the challenge of Freya Anderson. Freya Anderson cannot pull back surely to Amy Wilmot. Amy Wilmot swum this really well, and she's going to win it clearly in that time of 2:10.10. Amy Wilmot takes a great title there. Freya Anderson in second. And the second half of that race was good for Katie Robertson. She came back to claim third spot, only just ahead of the youngster Katie Shanahan.
Yeah, that's another very close race between the two Katies. But that was great from Katie Robertson coming back after that 100 breaststroke only a few minutes ago.
Well, we're looking for the times for that previous heat, and I can tell you, the swimmer there, we said it was a good swim from Katie Shanahan, and we're being told now it's a Scottish junior record for Katie Shanahan.
Amazing.
What a swim!
What a swim. She's a real talent.
Well, Katie Shanahan, absolutely superb. I've seen her since she was a real youngster. I think I remember her breaking age group record. She's about 11.
Yeah, amazing. She really has. She's been getting faster and faster and faster. So it's great to see, and it's only the first night as well. She's got so many more swims to come. So,
well, the records keep tumbling here. Katie Shanahan taking that Scottish junior record. A great swim from her. We're straight away into another race. It's the men's 100 metres butterfly. We have a line up for this B final. Stuart McIntosh from Aberdeen Performance right at the top. Conor McNeil, City of Glasgow in line 2. Ross Leslie, Edinburgh University in 3. Zach Aitchison, University of Stirling in 4. Daniel Morley, Derwentside in 5. Harry Lewis Mitchell from Edinburgh Uni in 6. Charlie Hutchison from Ellesmere College in 7. And Gregor Swinney closest to us in lane number 8. 4 lengths of the pool. Corey, who's your money on here?
I mean, it was very close in their times. Zach Aitchison and Daniel Morley this morning had great swims, but there are only 4 100s between them this morning, so it's going to be another close one tonight. And coming into the first 50, again, it's very close. I couldn't really pick that one.
Well, the electronics tell us it's Daniel Morley, just 4 100s ahead of Zach Aitchison. Very good burst there from lane number 3. Ross Leslie bringing himself back into contention now. Probably these three are going to fight this one out. It's the white cap of Ross Leslie. Just one down from him, Zach Aitchison and Daniel Morley as well, but it could well be lane number 3, possibly. It's 4 swimmers all together. It's Ross Leslie will take that one.
It's a draw.
Dead heat. Daniel Morley and Ross Leslie, an absolute dead heat. 54.84 apiece, and what a swim there. Well, you said it was going to be too close to call, and that's the way it proved. The 2 white caps, Ross Leslie in 3 and Daniel Morley in lane number 5. 54.84, absolutely together. Only 8 100s behind them was Zach Aitchison.
Yeah, that was so close, and it really does show that you need to get everything right, and that short course these days, it's going to be the hundreds that make it.
Well, I really thought that Ross Leslie had that one sewn up coming into the final stages, but a great finish from Daniel Morley from Derwent side, the 17-year-old, to claim a dead heat in that one. It was a well-paced race from these 2 swimmers, and pretty much on a pace of what they did in the heats this morning as well. Very, very good times here. We've seen in all the B finals progressing. And moving on to the A final now. Well, Duncan Scott in the water again. It's a real test for these swimmers, but if anyone can cope with it, Duncan Scott won the European title in 200 freestyle from an outside lane. He's in the outside lane tonight.
We'll see what you can do.
Callum Laurie goes in lane 2, his University of Stirling teammate. Tom Bealey from Plymouth Lee Under is in lane number 3. Jacob Peters from Poole, the marginal favourite for this one. He goes in lane 4. Scott McClay. Watch out for Scott McClay off those turns. Ryan Brown back in the water again for Ryan Brown, City of Glasgow. Mark Elric, who swam in this afternoon's heats and qualified himself for the A final tonight. And Edward Rednich from the University of Stirling completes the lineup closest to us in lane number 8. Jacob Peters and Scott McClay probably start as the favourites in 4 and 5. Duncan Scott right up at the top there. Don't forget about him, the Scottish Sportsman of the Year.
Never forget about Duncan. But yeah, I think Jacob Peters has had a really great year as well at Commonwealth Games and Europeans, so he'll be having so much momentum coming into this short course season.
Based down at Poole, the south coast of England. He is just about heading them, or is it Duncan Scott right at the top there?
Yeah,
it is Duncan that gets it. 24.45 for Duncan Scott. Well, what a contest we've got here.
Yeah, and Scott's right behind him, so the 2 teammates, the 2 University of Stirling teammates are fighting this one out with Jacob Peters as well.
Well, it's all to play for as we get in. Scott McClay, that great work underwater. Yeah. Duncan Scott maybe with just a marginal lead there, but Scott McClay pushing on. Scott McClay and Duncan Scott here absolutely together, and it's Duncan Scott will get it in 52.10. 5 100ths of a second ahead of Scott McClay, with Jacob Peters in 3rd position. I told you not to forget about Duncan Scott.
No, never forget about Duncan Scott. He seems to be liking those outside lanes.
He certainly does, and he's going to be crowned the Scottish short course champion later in that one. 52.10 from the outside lane. Well done, Duncan Scott.
Well done, Duncan. Well done, Scott and Jacob. All fast times there. And all improvement from this morning. That's 2 seconds off for Duncan from this morning, so good replication from heats to finals.
Great swimming from Duncan Scott. Doesn't matter what lane he's in, he just swims his own thing, doesn't he?
Definitely. He's a great racer. He really can. I would never discount Duncan in anything, so it's amazing to have that as a kind of inspiration and role model within Scottish swimming. No matter what lane you're in, you can do anything.
Yeah, Duncan Scott, she said, real inspiration to the youngsters here. Scottish swimming in a great position here. Great to have wonderful stars like Duncan Scott in their ranks supporting the national championships well. Here's his presentation for the 200 metres individual medley. Ian Mason, OBE, Chief Operating Officer of British Swimming, making the presentations. Katie Robertson with the
second medal of the evening already.
Yeah, just early. Frey Anderson, he wouldn't count against her winning more medals this weekend.
And yeah, that was a really, really nice swim from Amy as well. Nice, fast, early in the season. So that'll give her good kind of momentum going into the long course season.
Amy Wilmot taking that gold medal. Great swim for Amy there. She really dominated that race. The IM specialist, of course, and there is the youngster from City of Glasgow. What a swim that was from the 14-year-old Katie Shanahan. A new Scottish junior record for her. Katie Shanahan takes the junior title and a new Scottish junior record. And again, Katie Shanahan, one to watch, isn't she?
Definitely one to watch, and it's great as well. Katie Robertson's still very, very young. I think she's only been out of juniors for a year or so. So those two will be working together in the next few years. It'll be nice to see how they can push each other on.
Presentations there for the 200 metres individual medley for women, and not much time for the men to catch their breath after that 100 fly. Medalist there, Jacob Peters. Had a good season, as you said, Corey.
Yeah.
Bronze medal here.
Yeah.
Silver medalist from the University of
Silver medalist. Well, Scott McClay gave absolutely everything there. 5/100ths of a second away from claiming that title. He was close in the 50. Freestyle, he was close in the 100 fly.
He was really coming back on Duncan there as well. So if there's another couple of metres of that pool, never know what would have happened. We could have got another dead heat. But that was a great swim from Duncan as well.
And Duncan Scott taking the gold, of course, from the outside lane. Mark Ford from City of Glasgow, the tall figure of Mark Ford, the junior champion.
Yeah. Oh, he's bending down there.
Not sure he has to bend down. They're all tall guys up on that podium.
Yeah.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
There are your medalists in 100 metres butterfly.
And we'll definitely be seeing Duncan later on anyway in the 100 IM. So 2 swims down for the evening. I think 1 to go.
Duncan Scott, busy night. It's a great time of the season for these guys, and it's a good job the women's presentation was first, because Katie Shanahan right back in the water again. That's her in lane number 4.
Well, that's yeah. She's had a tight turnaround tonight. So
50 metres backstroke B final for women. Iona McLeod right at the top there with a pink cap.
I think this is her third swim of the night.
Gil Simonal in 2, Caitlin Duffy in 3, Katie Shanahan back in again in 4, Callum McIntosh in 5, Robin Crawford in 6, Jessica Damon in 7, and Ella Shields in lane number 8. And what can Katie Shanahan do here? She's in that middle lane, that fast lane. Looks like she's being headed at the moment by Robin Crawford. Their City of Glasgow teammate Robin Crawford in lane number 6 might just bring them home here in that blue cap. It is Robin Crawford will get that one in 28.42. So very, very good swim there from the City of Glasgow swimmer. A tie for second there, another dead heat here.
And that was Katie Shanahan for second with Caroline McIntosh from Aberdeen as well. And that was a great underwater from Robin. I think that's really what won her that race. Really, really impressive.
So Katie Shanahan back in the water again. She'll be the junior champion again for the City of Glasgow. Just collecting the gongs tonight, but it was her teammate that time, Robin Crawford, who got the touch there ahead of Katie Shanahan and Caroline McIntosh, who tied for second spot. 29.02 for second position for Caroline McIntosh and Katie Shanahan. Again, an improvement on the time she did this morning after that quick turnaround of the medal podium and the race, of course.
It's amazing to see that toughness kind of that'll help her definitely coming into senior swimming and being able to do multiple swims.
Was that something that you like to do from time to time, Corey?
As a junior, I absolutely loved it. I swam with Andy Figgins at East Kilbride, and I loved doing multiple swims. I remember doing a Scottish age groups and having to do every single race of the whole weekend. So it made me tough kind of coming into senior swimming, and I absolutely loved it. As I got older, it was very much focused on the breaststroke, but last year I'd still done a few swims at the Scottish short course, 100 IM and stuff, so it's always fun doing different swims.
It's almost a test of stamina, a test of fitness, isn't it?
And I guess at this point in the season, this meets very much training as well. So the more swims you can do, the more experience you're going to get coming into the long course season.
Just go with the primary.
Yeah, great time all the season for these swimmers, as you said. Short course swimming, everyone enjoying themselves here on this day one of competition at the Commonwealth Pool. That was the result of the previous heat there. Robin Crawford taking that one in 28.42, a convincing win in the end. Katie Shannon and Caroline McIntosh tying for second position as the A finalists are going to make their way on to the pool side.
I think this is going to be an exciting race. This 50 backstroke is going to be quite tight between Cassie and Lucy and Lotta, so we'll see. There's 4 Stirlings in lane 1 to 4, so busy race for them.
Yeah, bragging rights up for grabs for the University of Stirling. Emily Grant goes in 1, Lizzie Jones in 2, Lotte Upan, the Finnish international, goes in lane 3. Cassie Wilde goes in lane number 4. Next to her Scottish teammate Lucy Hope in lane number 5. Emma Harvey is in 6 from Millfield School. Emma Scobie from Kirkintilloch in 7. Hannah Slater from Newcastle in lane number 8. It's very tight in qualification. They were all in different heats, so they haven't come up against each other. They were in the 3 fastest heats, the 3 main contenders here.
Yeah.
Lotte Upan, Cassie Wilde and Lucy Hope. I mentioned the Scottish record holder Kathleen Dawson not here. That record stands at 26.42. Tough ask for these swimmers to do that. I wonder if anyone can dip under the 27-second mark. Cassie Wilde in 4, Lucy Hope in 5, and Lotte Upan, the Finnish swimmer. Very good start for her.
That was a very good start from Lotta there, yeah, and Lucy as well, so they're kind of turning neck and neck.
It's lane 3 and 5. Cassie Wilde in the middle of those, leading 3. Can she pull back in the second 50? 2 lengths of the pool, of course. Lucy Hope driving the arms over. Lucy Hope might well just get this one. Yeah, 27.02 for Lucy Hope. Cassie Wilde came through for the silver, 27.28. And Lotte Upan, the bronze medal, 27.44. Great second 25 by Lucy Hope to take that title.
Yeah, again, I think that was the underwater there that kind of tipped Lucy over the edge, so that was great underwater, great turn, and she really had that momentum coming into that last kind of 10 metres. We're really, Scottish women are doing amazing in the 50 backstroke at the moment. We had 3 girls in the Commonwealth Games final. We had Cassie, Lucy and Kathleen, so this is a really big event in Scottish women at the moment.
There's a quality swim there from Lucy Hope. She will take that Scottish title for Edinburgh University. The only Edinburgh University swimmer in that field. You'll be pleased with that one, Glenn.
Yeah, that was a very good swim for Lucy. So
well done to Lucy Hope taking that one fairly comfortably in the end, just over the 27-second mark. Again, to be pretty close to her personal best time for Lucy Hope in the shorters. The men are ready to go for the 50 metres breaststroke B final. Right from the top, we have Andrew Hosey, Cameron Muir, John Keane, Aaron Dolan, Ewan Leslie, Joel O'Halloran, Morgan Berryman and Adam Metcalf. That's the lineup, the B final of the 50 metres breaststroke.
that was a great start from Ewan Leslie there. Got a great start off there, but it's kind of in a line now, to be honest.
And then 50 breaststroke, well, all the 50 metre events from this is to be very, very close. Maybe Cameron Muir going well there in the blue cap. Up there in lane number 2, Aaron Dolan, and maybe Ewan Leslie might just take this one, and it's Aaron Dolan who gets it in 28.68. Very consistent stuff, just 1/100 short of the swim that he did in the heats to Airdrie, and Monkland's man takes that B final 5/100ths ahead of Ewan Leslie. And Cameron Muir not too far behind either, but a very good swim there. Ewan Leslie had a good start. I thought Cameron Muir had a good turn, but overall it was the man in the middle, Aaron Dolan, who took the title, the B final title.
Yeah, I guess in a 50, and then, well, to be honest, in any event, it's about getting everything consistently well. So someone might have an amazing start, but you need to try and catch that up in the other places in the race where you might be better. So, and Aaron Dolan definitely did that there.
So Aaron Dolan making his way out of the water here. Here is the finish. Aaron Dolan just one lane up from the two swimmers in the middle there. In lane number 4, just getting that touch, but not very much in it at all. Aaron Dolan taking that one. And in second position was Ewan Leslie. I think Cameron Muir was third, but we're still waiting for the confirmers. Always a nervous moment when the screen goes blank, isn't it?
I always got a bit scared after a race if that came up. Oh, so we do have a disqualification there.
We do, yeah. It doesn't affect the top 3 places. It was Andrew Hosey from City of Glasgow was disqualified, but here's the top 3: Aaron Dolan, Ewan Leslie and Cameron Muir. 28.68, 5/100s the difference at the end between those top 2.
Well, I'm excited for this race. This is going to be a really big race, this A-final.
Well, some well-known names, some experience coming out for this A-final of the men's 50 breaststroke. Here, lane 1 swimmer from Aberdeen Performance, Kieran Preston. Kyle Boyack from University of Stirling goes in lane number 2. Jack Thorpe back in the water again after his freestyle exploits earlier. What can he do from lane 3? And the new Scottish record holder from this morning, Ross Murdoch, improving his own Scottish record mark today, 26.56. Craig Benson, well, what can you say about Craig Benson? Always pulls out a great swim on a big occasion, Craig Benson. Archie Goodburn, young man from Warrender in 6. Daniel Lim from Edinburgh Uni in 7. And Jack McComish, the Deaf Olympic champion last year in 100 breaststroke.
What an amazing achievement from Jack.
So you see the light there for Jack McComish. He's a deaf swimmer. You see the light will flash at the start. And Jack McComish mixing it with the big guys here at the Scottish Open Championships. What can Ross Murdoch do? Scottish record set this morning, 26.56, right next to his GB teammate, great rival Craig Benson.
Yeah. I always love the Ross Murdoch Craig Benson rivalry at Scottish Short Course. I think they have completely different strokes, but they're both obviously very, very close in time, so it's always great to see who gets out on top.
Well, Ross Murdoch has got the edge here as it coming to the final 5 now. We'll keep an eye on the clock. 26.56 is Ross Murdoch's record, and that is gone again. 26.34. Ross Murdoch takes the Scottish title in a new Scottish record time. Another Scottish record for Ross Murdoch.
That was amazing. Well done, Ross.
Well, Ross Murdoch takes that one ahead of Craig Benson, and Jack Thorpe on the medal podium again. 27.46 for Jack Thorpe, another medal for him. But the two breaststrokers, the two great rivals, Ross Murdoch and Craig Benson. But it was Ross Murdoch winning it by half a second in the end and improving his own Scottish record, 26.34 for Ross Murdoch. Great stuff for Ross.
That was a great swim.
Well, Ross Murdoch could be delighted with that one. Another swimmer, another Commonwealth Games medal for Ross Murdoch. Not the colour he would hope for, but still, nevertheless.
Oh no, definitely. I think it was difficult conditions out there in Gold Coast outside, but he did an amazing job. And yeah, it's great to see him breaking Scottish records here so early in the season. Can't wait to see what he'll do for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Ross Murdoch, a big season in prospect for him as we go to the World Championships season, the European short course as well, just about a year's time in Glasgow, and then all eyes on Tokyo in 2020 after that.
Oh, a bit of confusion here. Cassie's not quite sure where to go.
Wyn Hayes, life member of Scottish Swimming, making these presentations for the women's 50 backstroke event. And there is Taupan, Finnish swimmer, taking the bronze medal. Cassie Wilde, the silver medal in this 50 backstroke. And there is Lucy Hope, Scottish Open champion.
Yeah, she's got another tight turnaround, still got her cap on. I think she's got the 100 freestyle just coming up, so...
A real test of endurance for these swimmers tonight. Katie Shanahan again. So it's swim, medal, swim immediately for Katie Shanahan.
Yeah,
Another medal.
I know. Such an impressive swimmer.
Really good Katie Shanahan, really good for all the medalists here. It's a good contest. Lucy Hope coming out on top. Katie Shanahan, the tallest of all of them there.
Yeah, it's great to see. I think she's got so much potential. She's really got the kind of body of a swimmer. So it'll be exciting to see. Because I guess right now she's good at everything. I wonder what she'll be best at when she comes to a senior swimmer. So
yeah, very much an all-rounder at the moment. Katie Shanahan, still very young, just 14 years of age. A lot of potential for her. She's already breaking Scottish junior records. I wonder if she'll challenge any senior records in the years to come. Jack Thorpe again on the medal podium. This time 50 breaststroke bronze medalist.
He's had a very speedy night, 50 breast, 50 free, so...
There's Craig Benson. Again, we said always producing the big occasion twice. An Olympian, Craig Benson in London, and again in Rio. Ross Murdoch, one of the world's very best breaststrokers, setting a new Scottish record tonight in the 50 breaststroke, breaking the record that he bettered this morning. Swimmer bang on form. Keane back in the podium again, as he was earlier in the 50.
I think the 53, yeah, so great potential sprinter for the future as well.
You see Jack Thorpe making the transition from the freestyle to the breaststroke here. It's all about the sprint, isn't it? It's all about the kind of muscles that you use in terms of your systems that you use for these sprint races, isn't it?
Jack has so much power. You should see him in the gym. He's really, really strong. So I think that's why at 50 he's so fast in all strokes. I think maybe other than backstroke, I've definitely seen him do a 50 backstroke one day and it wasn't very good. So I think
he'll be listening to this later on.
Yeah, probably.
See what you say about him.
Oh, it's fine. I trained with him for years and he spent the time annoying me, so I can say it back.
You're allowed. Straight on to the women's 200 metres butterfly B-final. We have the B finalists just in the water there. Kiva Quinn from Mount Kelly in lane number 1. Melody Jones from Borough of Stockton in 2. Yvonne Brown back in again from South Lanarkshire in lane 3. Hannah Trousdale from Loftus Dolphins in 4. Faye Rogers, Borough of Stockton in lane number 5. Amy Corcoran from Kingston upon Hull in 6. Anya Slesser from Aberdeen Performance in 7. And Leonie Jones, closest to us, from Borough of Stockton in lane number 8. Stockton team, a big presence in this 200 butterfly.
Yeah, we've got 3 of them, so that's exciting. And there's this B finals a very young field, so that's great to see. And we've got Yvonne Brown again in after the 100 breaststroke. After the A final, the 100 breaststroke as well. And as we said earlier, she's so skillful in both the breaststroke and fly, so it's great to see that.
A very slight figure of Yvonne Brown, right up with the leaders at the moment in lane number 3. Yvonne Brown, that blue cap of South Lanarkshire, just been headed by Hannah Trousdale from Loftus Dolphins in lane number 4. But Yvonne Brown coming back very strongly here. As they come into the 125 metre marker. Yvonne Brown maybe just with the edges they went in there, but very, very fast turn there down in lane number 6. Amy Corcoran from Kingston upon Hull. So Amy Corcoran taking up the running now. Yvonne Brown in second position, still in second that she was with 50 metres to go. It's very, very tight between all the leaders here.
Yeah.
But Amy Corcoran looking pretty good though. Kingston upon Hull swimmer obviously had a plan there as she headed for home after just the halfway, picking up the pace there. Yvonne Brown right in the mix with around about 3 other swimmers. It's going to be very, very tight here.
Very, very tight, yeah.
Amy Corcoran, has she got enough to hold on here? Hannah Trousdale trying to come back, but Amy Corcoran might just take this one. It's going to be tight at the finish, but Amy Corcoran gets it in 2:16.95. Hannah Trousdale in second position and Yvonne Brown in third place. Well, Amy Corcoran, 2:16.95, a good swim from the Kingston upon Hull swimmer. The second half of the race, very impressive for her.
Yeah, that was a very impressive swim, especially in the 200 butterfly, being able to come back and make sure that you follow your race plan and push on that second 100. So that was a really impressive swim from Amy. It's nice again to see that most of them went faster tonight than they did this morning, so that was really good.
Yeah, a good second and a half improvement for the winner of that B final. It was Amy Corcoran from Kingston upon Hull. On to the A final now. No hanging about here tonight. Here at the Commonwealth Pool in Edinburgh, Yasmin Perry from Aberdeen Performance goes in lane number 1 for this 200 butterfly A final. Lucy Grieve, the 14-year-old from South Ayrshire, in lane number 2. Madge Howerson, Danish swimmer, 21-year-old from the University of Stirling in 3. Tane Bruce from Edinburgh University, very impressive in the heats this morning. She goes in lane 4 next to the Scottish record holder Kiana McInnes from the University of Stirling. Gaia Alcaraz from Aberdeen Performance had a good win in the B final of the medley earlier. She goes in 6. Katie Taylor from City of Glasgow. Serena Iguarum from City of Glasgow completes the lineup in lane number 8. Gotta think probably the two main contenders here will be Tane Bruce and Kiana McInnes. The Danish internationalist Madge Howerson has got the potential to cause an upset, but straight away I think Tane Bruce means business tonight. She wants to get that Scottish record, I think. Yeah,
I think she definitely means business, and I think these two are so good for each other, pushing each other on all the time within Scotland and Britain. So it's going to be a very exciting race, and I mean, even right now, I think Tane wants to push it on, but Kiana doesn't want to let her go. So it's going to be a fight right till the end tonight.
Kiana McInnes definitely favours the 200, whereas Tane Bruce will favour the shorter distances. She was trying to get ahead, just to burn the finish off Kiana McInnes.
Yeah, Tane's definitely got that speed. She's so fast over that 100-metre fly. And Kiana's definitely does favour that 200, so she'll be wanting to come back on Tane.
Tane Bruce using that great power of the turns there to just eke a little bit of a lead ahead of Kiana McInnes now. Kiana McInnes is still there. Tane Bruce is still leading. This is fascinating between the two Scots.
It is, it really is. Both swimming so fast here, and they've got a good lead, so it really is head to head right now.
Well, Tane Bruce really good underwater, isn't she? Kiana McInnes up a little bit earlier. They're coming down to the 150 mark. Kiana McInnes is not going anywhere, and she's pulling up for Tane Bruce now. It's very close to 50 to go.
It is, that's very, it's getting tighter and tighter, so Tane's trying to push on that underwater there.
Well, Tane Bruce now, she's going to have to use everything that she has off this last turn, because Kiana McInnes has got the lead. She's got 25 metres to go now, and she's away first. Can Tane Bruce use this underwater? I think Kiana McInnes is really showing her strength now as they come down to the final 10 metres. Kiana McInnes is heading for home now. Is she going to get ahead of her own Scottish record? Kiana McInnes, it is a new Scottish record for Kiana McInnes, and what a swim! She was pushed all the way by Tane Bruce, but Kiana McInnes takes gold in a new Scottish record time.
That was amazing. Her back end there, Kiana just pushed on and kept picking at Tane and kept picking at Tane. That was a great swim. But also a great swim from Tane. I think that was a PB as well. So it's really nice to see them both pushing each other.
Well, Tane Bruce she meant business. She went out really, really fast there, Tane Bruce. But Kiana McInnes just did not let her go. We knew Kiana McInnes was the 200 butterfly specialist, and she showed all that strength, and that was absolutely superb for Kiana McInnes. She betters her own Scottish record.
Yeah, no, that was amazing. I think that was the same kind of thing happened last year with Hannah. I think Hannah and Kiana had that fight again to the end of that sort of fly, and Kiana just bettered her in that last 50. So it was amazing to see. Kiana's got so much potential in the future, and she's so successful now as well. So it's great to see.
Yeah, Kiana McInnes, Commonwealth Games, of course, the Gold Coast of Davy for the Scottish team. And the next event is quickly up now. It's the men's 400 freestyle. This is the B final. Sees John Wright from Aberdeen Performance at the top there. Greg Fairbairn from North Lanarkshire, 16-year-old in lane number 2. Billy Pettit from Ellesmere College in 3. Daniel Ferguson, West Lothian in 4. Harley Beaches from Edinburgh Uni in 5. Jack Munsey back in again, Perth City swimmer, goes in 6. Liam McLaughlin, Warren de Bass in 7. And Samuel Peck from Mount Kelly in lane number 8. We can draw breath a little bit now, Chloe.
Yeah,
400 freestyle.
400 freestyles. A bit longer than the 50s that we've had a bit earlier in the night. So yeah, it's definitely nice to see a bit of a longer race, but I think for these boys, that 400 freestyle short course, that's a lot of turns as well. So much to work on and make sure that underwater is they're pushing on each time.
Daniel Ferguson with that blue cap there. Harley Beaches in lane number 5. Those two are stretching away from the rest. Just on right bang on the 4-minute mark in their qualification heats this morning. Daniel Ferguson 4 minutes .01, so hoping to dip under that 4-minute mark. Always good to get under these barriers. I mean, Daniel Ferguson's been a lot faster, so he'll be disappointed to see a 4 in front of his time when he stopped and looked up to the scoreboard.
Yeah, he'll definitely want to be seeing that 3 at the front of that time, so he'll be pushing on tonight, and he's got a good lane, and there's lots of people around him pushing him on as well. And they'll want him to pull them along to have that 3 in front of their time as well.
Harley Beaches just 1 lane down from the leader, Daniel Ferguson. Harley's time 4 minutes .20. Good time for him. It's a couple of second improvement actually on his entry time, so it'd be good for him to dip under that 4-minute mark if he possibly can. Just gone past the halfway point, so swimmers bang on schedule to be under that 4 minutes. Harley Beaches in 2nd place, looks like. 3rd spot is Billy Pettit as well. Just 1 lane up from the leader, Daniel Ferguson, with that blue cap. Into the 250 mark now, and the lead's on 0.7 of a second here. Daniel Ferguson, that really relaxed stroke, isn't it? Really slow, powerful.
It is. He's really using his power at the front of the stroke there to stroke it out and chill out at the first 3/4 of this race, and I'm sure that stroke rate in the last 100 he'll try and push on even further. But yeah, he does look very, very relaxed. It's a very nice stroke.
Well, let's let Harley Beaches go ahead of him there. I wonder if Daniel Ferguson can respond here. He's breathing towards the Edinburgh University swimmer. Daniel Ferguson still looking very powerful, you have to say.
Yeah, this is Harley's first year at Edinburgh University, so he'll have a different kind of training now. He's just came to a new city, a new coach, so hopefully this is the first show of how that's going for him, and it's looking like it's going very well, so it's nice to see that.
Well, he was determined not to sit behind Daniel Ferguson there. He took up the running, but Daniel Ferguson looking very powerful as he comes to that final turn with that blue cap, but Harley Beaches just not really letting him go at all. But Daniel Ferguson with that power, looking like he's getting away. These two swimmers really fighting with each other here, but it looks like Daniel Ferguson is just about going to get there. He will see a 3 in front of his time. It's 3:57.24, and 7/100ths of a second was the advantage at the end. a great contest between these two, and he will be delighted with those times, especially Harley. Great time for him.
Great, yeah. I think that must be a PB, so that's great to see. And yeah, I mean, so close. 7 more hundredths in a 4 in a freestyle. It's pretty impressive. We've seen some very, very close races tonight.
Liam McLaughlin also under the 4 minute mark, so the Warrender Bass swimmer dipping under that 4 minutes. Here's the finish. Not like Daniel Ferguson was a bit more than 7 100ths ahead at the end, but a long arm there, a long left arm. And
that was, it's a nice finish for Harley there, just trying to get to that wall just in front of Daniel, but didn't quite get there, but it's a really, really good time for him as well.
Yeah, sometimes these 400 races, distance races, can be decided on a finish. You don't want it to come down to that. Good finish from Harley Beaches though, just behind Daniel Ferguson. The A final is on its way. It should be another good one. Scott Goldby from Edinburgh University. He is going in lane 1. Martin McInnes from City of Glasgow in lane number 2. One of your Commonwealth Games teammates, Craig McLean, goes in lane number 3 next to favourite for this one, Stephen Milne from Perth City. Jacob Goodman from Millfield will go in lane 5. Charlie Hutchison from Ellesmere College in 6. Thomas Flower from Richmond Dale in lane number 7. And Hector Pardo from Ellesmere College, the second Ellesmere College swimmer, will go there in lane number 8. Stephen Milne from Perth City. Well, what a great record that he has over the last couple of years, Stephen. We saw him, Corey, as a 1500 swimmer, really, when he broke through a few years back. He's moved in the distances, hasn't he?
Yeah, no, he definitely has. He's very much concentrated as well on the 2 in a freestyle for that 4x2 relay. He's been a big part of that in the last few years, both in Scotland and in Britain. But yeah, he's an amazing athlete. He works so hard in training, so it's great to see him be successful when it comes to competitions.
Scottish and the British 4x200 freestyle team being very successful at the big championships, world champions of course 3 years back, Olympic silver medalists. Do you remember the Scottish 4x2 team winning that medal in Glasgow in the Commonwealth Games in 2014 with a very young Duncan Scott, his first taste of international honours for Duncan Scott there, and you know, it's a really, really strong team, so no surprise Stephen Milne taking part in that, favouring those 200 distances in recent years if he can be part of that successful team. He's third at the moment though, headed by Jacob Goodman, 1 lane down from him, and Scott Goldby right up there, the Edinburgh University swimmer in lane number 1. The red cap Stephen Milne in third spot. Jacob Goodman going well in the early stages.
Yeah, very, very nice. And his stroke looks lovely and very, very rhythmical. He's got a good kick at the back of his stroke as well, so it looks very, very relaxed, but very, very speedy in this 4 in a freestyle.
Of course, Jacob Goodman from Millfield School, and they've not got a bad pedigree in recent years, have they?
Definitely not, and definitely not in male freestyle. They've got very, very impressive swimmers to come out there, so he's got a very good pedigree that he's trying to follow.
James Guy, it's well known. All those freestylers to come out recently. World champion, of course, another one of those 4x200 metre Olympic medalists, but Jacob Goodman going really, really well here. Sure, just over a halfway point, coming down to 250 now. Jacob Goodman is going to be really hard to beat. Scott Goldby going well up there in lane number 1.
Yeah, Scott's going very well. I mean, we saw Duncan earlier that he can't be discounted because it's an outside lane, so Scott's really trying to take this out and make his mark as well. But Jacob's looking really, really, really good, so he's kind of pulling away now. So, but Scott again is looking great, and I would never again discount Stephen. He's got that strong back end.
Well, Jacob Goodman's going to be really, really tough to dislodge from this first position. Scott Goldby looking like the most likely, the two in the middle, Stephen Milne and Craig McLean just beginning to make a move now, but it's only going to be for the silver medal position, I would suggest, because Jacob Goodman is away and clear and really looking strong.
Yeah, definitely. And Scott Goby still looking very, very strong in the outside lane, but Craig and Stephen are both pushing through now as well, and they're right next to each other, so they'll have that pushing each other on.
Well, come down now to 50 metres to go for Jacob Goodman at the bottom end here. Time 3:17.7, and it's very close. Scott Goby just being headed now by Craig McLean. Goby in third, Stephen Milne in fourth spot, trying to get back onto the medal podium here. Jacob Goodman, well, the lead is being eaten into, but Jacob Goodman is going to take this one. I think Craig McLean is closing, but there's no way that he is going to catch the man from Millfield. Stephen Milne trying to make a comeback now, but it is Jacob Goodman just going to get in there. 3:46.66. It was tough at the end, and second was Stephen Milne by 1/100th
again. That was an absolute sprint finish from Stephen and Craig there for the last 5 metres. So that must be tough at the end of the Born Freestyle, but they did good.
What a great time for Jacob Goodman. 3:46.66 for Jacob Goodman to take that one. He took it by a long way in the end. Great swim from him there. Stephen Milne just pipping his teammate by 1/100th of a second. Craig McLean in second position, and there's Jacob Goodman. That was tough at the end, but he took it out, didn't he?
He really did. He led from the front, and that's obviously the way he likes to swim, and it worked for him. It worked very, very well. So,
well, you know, you saw Stephen Milne had the sprint at the end to take on Craig McLean. I just wonder if Jacob Goodman thought, I'm just going to get well ahead of these guys so no sprint finishes can touch me at the end.
Definitely.
Well, back to the medals again. We've had a respite, Kerry. We're back to the short distances now. Back to the hundreds to finish off with the more medal presentations. Hashtag Scott NSC18 is your Twitter hashtag, so please send us your Twitter messages. Corey's got our phone in front of us. She'll be checking your messages.
I can have a wee look right now.
Give you a mention, please send your messages. Any questions, Corey will answer them. How's retirement? That's one of the ones.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. Busy with university, but let's have a look at the tweets.
That's what we've got now to come. Still this evening, we've had the 400 freestyle, we've got the women's 100 freestyle, the men's 100 IM, and 2 exciting relays for us to finish this session. Corey is all over Twitter. We'll give you a mention if you send in some tweets for us.
Send in some good tweets.
Send in some pictures for us as well. There's a little bit of a delay for the medals here. It's been really, really quick fire tonight, Corey.
Yeah, it's been very, very fast. So it's been very exciting. Lots and lots of exciting racing. Lots of close racing. So it's nice to start off the meet with that and kind of build into the next 2 days as well.
Well, pool looking really good here. Royal Commonwealth Pool always puts on a good show. Swimmers really love swimming here. It's a great atmosphere.
Yeah, definitely.
The lights are looking excellent.
They do look great. So first tweet I found here is spending today at Scottish Swim champs, 1 year to go until Euroswim 2019, so that's the European short course in Glasgow next year. So
yeah, European short course in Glasgow. We're back to the medal presentations now. That's Madge Howerson from University of Stirling in the bronze medal position. Tane Bruce, well, she gave everything she had. She takes the silver. But what about that swim from the champion, Ciara McInnes? Well, what strength she showed there. A new Scottish record for Ciara McInnes.
Yeah,
that was a superb swim. That was really impressive.
It really was. It was really, really impressive. It was just how she came back, and she didn't stress out that Tane was in front, and she just clawed her back. So
Lucy Grieve is the junior champion, the 14-year-old from South Ayrshire. She looks delighted to be on the medal podium with these great stars.
Yeah,
that I'm sure she's looked up to for many years now.
Definitely. And I mean, that's the first fly event of the weekend done, but it's exciting. It's gonna be exciting to see how Tane and Ciara get on in the 100 and the 50 as well. So that's definitely not their competition's over between the two of them.
Yeah, sometimes you get these rivalries that just push each other on to faster times, and that's what we're seeing with these two. Kiana McInnes just did not want to be beaten by Tame Bruce. She had a game plan. She didn't want Tame Bruce to get away from her. Tame Bruce just tried everything she had, but she couldn't shake off the champion, could she?
No, I think it is. It's like, as long as you've given it everything that you have in that race, then there's not much else you can do. And it's really nice to see these girls pushing each other on all the time at every single meet. So,
well, Craig McLean, bronze medalist, taking having a substitute to take that one from.
That's Scott McLean. I think that's not his first time on the podium tonight anyway.
Familiar face of Scott McLean. Stephen Milne just pipped Craig McLean for that silver medal, but there is Jacob Goodman, and what a swim that was. That was impressive.
Yeah, that was absolutely an amazing swim there from Jacob.
Steve Milne is the top Scot. He takes the Scottish champion. Liam McLaughlin from Warrender is the junior champion. He looks happy to be that junior champion there, doesn't he?
Definitely.
Smiling faces there on the podium, that's what we like to see.
Definitely, we like to see that. I think Scott McLean looked very happy there to be getting a substitute bronze as well. So,
do you think Craig McLean's going to see that medal?
Nah. If I was Scott, I'd keep it.
Scott McLean has had a good night so far. We've got the relays to come as well later on, so I'm sure some of these swimmers will be back in the water again.
I love a relay at Scottish Short Course. It's the B final of the 100 freestyle now, and we had a swim off earlier, didn't we? Swim off between Gulsum O'Neill and Emma Russell.
Yeah, we did. That was for place in the A final. This is the B final. Gulsum O'Neill lost that swimmer, so she'll be in the centre lane for this B final. Caroline Lewitt goes in lane 1 for Matari. Amelia Rodd from Ellesmere College in 2. Georgina Dennis from Mount Kelly in 3. Gulsum O'Neill, City of Glasgow in lane 4. Phoebe Griffiths in 5 for Ellesmere College. Anna Fleming, City of Glasgow in 6. Lauren Wetherall from Ellesmere College in 7. And Yasmin Perry, well placed actually, Yasmin Perry closest to us in 3rd spot there, but Georgina Dennis leads them through that first 50 metres. Gulsum O'Neill, our 3rd 100 swim of the day, going pretty well in seconds to come to the last turn.
Looking speedy.
Does look like Georgina Dennis from Mount Kelly. They had a good day actually. The Mount Kelly squad have come up in force, and it looks like Georgina Dennis might just take this one, take this B final. Very close there, and it is Phoebe Griffiths actually takes it.
That must have been a great finish from Phoebe.
Again, we just saw there, it looked like it was Georgina Dennis coming into the finish, but it was kind of that stabbing finish at the end for Phoebe Griffiths, who would take that one. 56.38, 7/100ths the difference. Again, we saw that in that previous race, 7/100ths the difference between the winner and second position, but Phoebe Griffiths takes that one.
Yeah, she's had a busy night as well. Started off with the 400 freestyle, so
the 800, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, the 800. Yeah, sorry, the 800 freestyle. So that's going from long distance to now the sprint. So she did really well to get her rate up and get speedy there.
It was a cracking finish from Phoebe Griffiths to take that B final there. We move on to the A final. Anita McCartney, first of 4 Edinburgh University swimmers in this one, next to Rachel Masson. Goes in lane 2. Catherine Greenslade goes in lane number 3. Favourite for this one, Freya Anderson from Ellesmere College. She goes in lane number 4. Lucy Hope. Again, what can Lucy Hope do? Scottish record holder in this event, Lucy Hope. Sophie Smith goes in lane 6. Emily Horn in 7. St Thomas City of Glasgow swimmers. Emma Russell, the winner of that swim off earlier for Heart of Midlothian, she takes her place in the A final in lane number 8.
Yeah, it's great to see Emma Russell in here. So young, still 15, so great to be in an A final.
Freya Anderson will be very much the favourite for this one. She was only a few hundreds slower than the Scottish record. She's not Scot, but the other ones are. Lucy Hope's Scottish record, so Freya Anderson very close to Lucy Hope's very best time, so it's going to be tough for anyone to challenge Freya Anderson in this one.
Yeah, and Sophie Smith's looking great right now as well. But Lucy's coming back in the second 50, but it's hard to be catching Freya. She just looks so long and so easy, even though she's sprinting. It looks great.
Freya Anderson, as we said earlier, one of the great stars of British swimming, one of the great prospects for the future. She had a great European Championships and Commonwealth Games, and Freya Anderson will take this one in 52.92. Wow. An excellent swim there from Freya Anderson under the 53-second mark. Lucy Hope will take the silver. She will be the top Scot. And a good swim from Sophie Smith there for third place, just ahead of Catherine Greenslade by 0.2 of a second. There is your confirmed result. Freya Anderson looking absolutely superb there in that 100 freestyle.
Really amazing. She's had a great year. But yeah, that was a great swim for her. I think that was a really, really good swim there for Sophie Smith. She was really pushing on because, I mean, Kat Greenslade in fourth there. She's had again another amazing year. The European champion in the relay. So for Sophie still to be so young to kind of just top Kat Greenslade, then it's a really impressive swim.
Yeah, great swim there from Sophie Smith. And Freya Anderson, well, real quality for her. Is the 100 freestyle our best event, do you think, for Freya Anderson?
Yeah, I'd say potentially. Yeah, I think she's very speedy in that freestyle. She's very good at the 50, the 100, and the 200 as well. So yeah, she's just very good at them all.
Anchor leg in the 200 freestyle as well, wasn't she? What was it, the medley? The medley relay, but the mixed medley relay, wasn't it?
Yeah.
She anchored the team famously in that European Championship.
I think it was the 4x200 freestyle as well, actually, because they won the European Championship for that, so really, really impressive swim.
B final of the men's 100 individual medley is away. Kyle Pate from University of Stirling in 1, Ryan Retson in 2 from Stirling Uni, Thomas Theopanis from Edinburgh Uni in line 3, Adam Metcalf from Ellesmere College in 4, Daniel Morley and Oliver O'Halloran from Derwent going 5 and 6, Andrew McIntosh in 7th, Tony Joe Trent Oliver from University of Stirling in lane number 8. 4 lengths of the pool. Very, very quick fire. We often say that breaststroke very important in the medley, but maybe not quite as important in the 100 as it is in the 2 and the 4.
Yeah, each stroke's so short, so you need to be good at all of them, and you need to get those changeovers so swift in the 100 IM. But oh, this is amazing. Tom Theopanis is really speeding down this last 25.
He's just about going to touch out Adam Metcalf at the end there. 56.73 for Thomas Theopanis, taking that 1.1 of a second ahead of Adam Metcalf. It's very close at the end between those two in the centre lanes. Thomas Theopanis taking that one ahead of Metcalf. Both those swimmers under the 57-second mark, with Andrew McIntosh in third spot there, 57.46. Again, just ahead of the fourth spot, Daniel Morley finishing 7 100s behind. 7 100 seems to have been
yeah, yeah, definitely. We've seen a lot of that tonight. Lots of very tight races. So this will be exciting.
Very interesting one.
It'll be over before we know it. So
it's the A final of the men's 100 metres individual medley. Swimmers just about to make their way onto the pool side. Ewan Leslie from Edinburgh University going in lane number 1. Robert Bryce, who had an amazing swim in this afternoon session, the very last race of this afternoon session, forces his way all the way into the A final.
That's great.
Archie Goodburn in the water again, good swim earlier. The Warren de Bath youngster in line 3. There's Duncan Scott, already a gold medal in the butterfly. Can he claim another one here in the individual medley? Callum Laurie, his University of Stirling teammate in 5. Kyle Boyack from University of Stirling in 6. Craig McNally, what can he do in lane number 7? Senior Glasgow swimmer, and Martin Walton from University of Stirling, the 4th Stirling swimmer he goes in lane number 8. Craig McNally in there as well. He saw that great 200 backstroke. This is more of a sprint now. It's a 100 metres individual medley. Can you see past Duncan Scott for this one, Corey?
I'm not so sure. Duncan is just amazing at all strokes. He's not got a weak stroke, and I think that's what you need in 100 IM. And he's got that speed, obviously, as well. So I'm not sure. What do you think?
Well, difficult to see past Duncan Scott, you have to say. He's away, probably leading at the 25 mark. The Scottish record held by Mark Sharanek, 53.40. Wonder if we'll see that from Duncan Scott. Martin Walton going good in the early stages.
Yeah.
He maybe gets the touch there ahead of Duncan Scott, but Walton there.
Yeah, 0.3 ahead there.
Walton coming out in the breaststroke. Duncan Scott, if he has a weakness, it's probably the breaststroke, but it's not showing at the moment because Duncan Scott very, very swift, and he's taking the lead now over Martin Walton and into the freestyle. This should be the domain of Duncan Scott.
Yeah, definitely.
So they're coming down now. Duncan Scott with a clear lead here. Is he going to be challenging that Scottish record held by Mark Sharanek here? 53.40 and it's 53.21. It's inside the Scottish record. Wow, a great swim from Duncan Scott. A new Scottish record.
What an impressive swimmer Duncan Scott is. Anything he can do, that boy can do anything. So it's great to see that. And we've had so many Scottish records tonight. It's been really, really impressive.
It was a superb swim from Duncan Scott. He is the champion. It's his second gold medal of the night. It's a Scottish record for Duncan Scott in the men's 100 metres individual medley. And that was superb from Duncan Scott there. He was challenged by Martin Walton in the early stages. They were opposite ends of the pool. They wouldn't have been able to see each other. But when they came into the finish, a straight arm stroke there of Duncan Scott right at the end, getting his head down. And that was what made the difference. Got him inside that Scottish record time.
Yeah.
I think we're going to claim that one, that we called that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It was really difficult to see Duncan be beaten there, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's just such an impressive swimmer in all 4 strokes. We've seen him win the 100 fly earlier. The 50 freestyle, he did obviously very, very well as well. And his breaststroke and his backstroke are also so impressive. So it was hard to see past him. But his training partner, Martin Walton, also did a really good swim there. So those boys must be pushing each other every day in the training pool.
Callum Worry as well, just getting in behind Duncan Scott. There's your hashtag. Send your messages to Corey. So you get the medalists now. Sophie Smith taking the bronze medal in the 100 freestyle. Lucy Hope also sending a substitute up for her medals.
Oh yeah. I think Lucy must have the relay just coming up, so.
Freya Anderson, great swim from her under the 53-second mark. Can't argue with that.
No, definitely not.
Lucy Hope taking the Scottish titles, the top Scot. Freya Anderson, of course, not a Scot, so Lucy Hope, the Scottish champion. And Emma Russell winning that swim off, make her into the final. She's a junior champion. You said you're pleased to see her in the final, Corey?
Yeah, no, that was very, very good, and it's a great experience for her as well to be in a senior final and be competing against these girls like Lucy and Freya. So, what a good experience for the future.
All smiles there from the medalists. Freya Anderson quickly off the blocks. I wonder if Ellesmere College have got a relay team coming up. The presentation for men's individual medley. The men have got the rough end of the stick tonight, Corey, straight off out the race and into the medal.
Yeah, I know it's always hard to put your t-shirt on when you're still soaking wet from being in the pool, so they've all done very well making sure they've got their t-shirts on before they get on that podium.
Yeah, you won't get on the podium if you're not properly dressed. Callum Laurie taking the bronze medal.
So
Martin Walton, yeah, great swim from the outside lane,
really, really good. And this was a Sterling 1, 2, 3, so that's nice to see for these boys.
The new Scottish record holder in this event is Duncan Scott. He takes the gold medal in a new Scottish record time. Great swimming there for Duncan Scott. North Ayrshire's Rory Dixon taking the junior title. There are your medalists.
Must feel great to be the junior champion standing right beside Duncan Scott, mustn't it?
Great pictures there.
Yeah.
Martin Walton really pressed Duncan there in that one. I wonder how fast they would have gone if they'd been side by side.
Side by side, yeah.
Quite interesting. They feed on each other. I suppose Martin Walton certainly gave it everything that he had.
Yeah, no, definitely. We've got a tweet here to say some more Scottish records from Amy Lawyer. Absolutely buzzing for my wee brother. 1 day of competition and Louis has already took himself another 2 S14 Scottish records. Proud big sister here from City of Glasgow. So 50 freestyle in the tuna backstroke. Scottish S14 records. So that's another Scottish record for today.
Yeah, that's right. That was this afternoon, Louis Lawler from City of Glasgow, setting those 2 records. So we're on to medley relays. Now, Corey, we have the 4x50 medley relay for women. Always like the relays. And the teams going from the top: Natari in lane 1, Mulgine Bearsden in 2, Elgin in 3, Gateshead and Wickham go in 4, Stirling Swim in 5, Mulgine Bearsden in 6, Dumfries in 7, and Inverclyde in lane number 8. And on to the breaststroke. Very, very good there from lane number 6, Ellis Shields.
Yeah.
To get Mulgine Bearsden into a lead. Hannah Mayo on that second leg for them. So Mulgine Bearsden just with a very slight lead, but they're being pressed now by Gateshead and Wickham. That's Zoe Price on the breaststroke leg for them.
Yeah. All of these girls out the front look very, very strong in that breaststroke leg. Lane 1, that was an amazing breaststroke leg. So we've already seen Clara in the 100 breaststroke tonight, so she's obviously a very strong breaststroker.
Yeah, Clara Van Opel there on that breaststroke leg for Natari West London. Kaylee Decker goes in the butterfly leg for them, and they have got a lead just almost behind their caption there in the shot. As the swimmers come down. Swimmers leaving the water there. Left that a little bit late.
That's always very tight to try and get out of the pool. If you're in the middle of the pool during a 50 relay, it's very tight. So
Adelaide Gradias, 14-year-old from Natari, is trying to hold off the challenge now from the swimmers in lanes 3 and 5. And it looks like Katrina Sutherland and Isabella Wood are not going to catch the swimmer from Natali. It looks like it's going to be Adelaide Gradias will in for Natali and 158.36. Gateshead and Wickham in second position there, and Mulgine Bearsden in third spot. But good swim there from the West London team there, 158.36 for them, and it was a very good breaststroke that really got them into the lead there. The first half of that race was very good for them, Natari West London.
That was it was very close as well between second and third there. So each leg is so important on this relay to make sure that you can give your team the best lead as possible going into the next leg. So those girls did very well on that.
There it is, a clear victory for Natari West London. Michael Jameson will be pleased with that one, coaching
there. I think he will, yeah. He's doing very, very well with that team, so, and I think he's enjoying it as well. Got some great swimmers there.
The breaststroke ledges in place for the start of the next heat. We've got 3 heats of this women's 200 metres medley relay. That'll be the combined times from all the heats that will take the medals. So we'll watch out for the times. 158.36 for that first heat. Can anyone challenge this in the second heat? Aberdeen Dolphins in 1, Dundee City Aquatic in 2, Aberdeen Performance in 3, City of Glasgow in 4, Heart of Midlothian in 5, South Ayrshire in 6, Warren de Bass in 7, and Arbroath St Thomas in lane number 8. Well, choose a leader from there. 7 teams all in a row.
Great start from Warrender in lane 7 from Rachel Saunders. So she's got a little bit of a lead going into the breaststroke leg for Warrender, I'd say. Well, maybe not actually. That's so tight.
5 swimmers all in a row there. It was actually Scarlett Ferris, I think, was given the touch.
Dundee
City Aquatic.
yeah.
Shona Graham goes in for them, but a very good start from Katie Shanahan. We've seen her in great form. Katie Shanahan on the breaststroke leg for City of Glasgow, right in the middle there in lane number 4, that blue cap. Katie Shanahan giving City of Glasgow a clear lead as they come to the halfway point.
Yeah, that's a very impressive swim from Katie Shanahan. So she's going to hand over a lead very well to Serena on the fly leg.
Serena Gorama, finalist in the 200 butterfly. So she'll try and maintain this lead for City of Glasgow. Lydia Slessor is pressing hard for Aberdeen Performance. 1 lane up and also going well. 2 lanes down there. It's Lucy Grieve, the junior champion in that butterfly event. Lucy Grieve is pulling her team back, South Ayrshire, but it is still Serena Guaram who gives City of Glasgow the lead. Final leg now. It's like Saskia Wade in for the final leg of City of Glasgow. She's been pressed by Gaia Alcaraz. 1 lane up from Aberdeen Performance. Gaia Alcaraz chasing Saskia Wade now, but I think Saskia Wade might just have enough to hold on here. The blue cap of City of Glasgow. And Gaia Alcaraz is just going to be pipped there as City of Glasgow take it in 1:59.28 with University of Aberdeen 1:59.56 and South Ayrshire in 3rd position. Wow, great contest there. City of Glasgow, great finish for them.
It was a really, really good finish, and it was so tight at the end, so they were all pushing each other on. Yeah, but I think that was a bit slower actually than the first heat, than Natari West London, so they're still in the lead.
Yeah, 1:58 for Natari West London, and 1:59 the winning time for the teams in there. The City of Glasgow team 1:59, so Natari still leading them, but very, very strong last heat to come.
Yeah, this is going to be very exciting. We've got University of Stirling and University of Edinburgh. It'll be head to head.
Oh, it should be a cracker, this one.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So there we have confirmation.
South Lanarkshire also,
yeah,
with a good team, your old club.
Yeah. My
City
2
of
old
Glasgow.
clubs next to each other, Edinburgh University and South Lanarkshire, so I'll be cheating them on.
There is the blue cap of South Lanarkshire in lane number 5. Alice Meldrum leads them off. Lucy Hope will lead off the Edinburgh University team. Very strong team, the Edinburgh Uni team. Also 1 lane up there in lane number 3. Cassie Wild would lead off University of Stirling.
Yeah, so we've already seen these 2 race in the 50 backstroke, so it'll be a bit of a rematch.
We'll see who gets the best start for their team. Edinburgh Uni B team at the top. University of Stirling B team in lane 2. University of Stirling A team in lane 3. Edinburgh University A team in lane 4. South Lanarkshire in 5. Aberdeen Performance in 6. City of Glasgow in 7. And Warren Bath's junior team go in lane number 8.
Having a bit of a problem with the backstroke wedge there, but I think it's all sorted now, so it's good.
South Lanarkshire have Alice Meldrum first leg, Lucy Hope on the first leg, Cassie Wild for Edinburgh Uni, and Cassie Wild on the first leg for Stirling University. Well, as you said, Corey, it is going to be a rematch between Cassie Wild and Lucy Hope. Lucy Hope just with the edge as they go into the turn there.
Yeah, it's very impressive underwater there from Lucy. And she's just popping up right before Cassie, so... But yeah, it's still going to be very, very tight going into this finish.
Lucy Hope handing over to Annabelle Guy Johnson. Eve Thompson in for the University of Stirling. good start for both these swimmers. One lane up from them is Amy Wilmot for the University of Stirling B team. We're right there in the mix here, but Edinburgh University just have that lead. Annabelle Guy-Johnson ahead of Eve Thompson, and she's just about holding off the challenge of the University of Stirling swimmer.
Yeah, Annabelle seems to be picking up over the last few strokes in this 50, so increased the lead slightly there, but it's still very, very tight.
Annabelle Guy-Johnson gives the Edinburgh University team a little bit of a lead. Tame Bruce will go ahead of Kiana McInnes in this 50
Another
butterfly.
rematch.
Absolutely, the two contenders there for that 200 butterfly title go again, and Tame Bruce looks like she has the edge over McInnes this time. Tame Bruce will give Edinburgh University the lead going into that final leg, and it is Lottie Upan from Edinburgh University, from University of Stirling against Rachel Masson from Edinburgh University.
Yeah. Rachel looks really, really strong here, but so does Lotta. That was a great underwater from Lotta there. So,
well, Lottie Upan trying to catch up the lead for Rachel Masson, but Rachel Masson is going to take that one in 151.89. Edinburgh University will take that title, with University of Stirling in third position, and a good finish from Aberdeen Performance. Alice Alcaraz bringing them through into third spot, just ahead of the Edinburgh University B team, with Kat Greenslade there giving a great last leg. But look how close it was for the third position.
So close there, but it was nice to see that we've got a good mixture there as well. We've got Edinburgh, Stirling and Aberdeen on the podium, so that's nice to see.
Well, it was very close at the end. It was Rachel Masson just holding off the challenge from Lotte Upan from University of Stirling. So Edinburgh University take that one. That was the fastest time from all the three heats, so they will take the Scottish title as the top team in that women's 4x50 metres medley relay. Now we move on to the men's version as well, 4x50 for the men.
Last event of the evening, so that's gone so fast.
Yeah, we hardly had time to draw breath tonight.
So much exciting racing. It's great to start the weekend with an exciting day and so many close races.
Line up for this first heat is Arbo St Thomas at the top of your screen there in lane number 2. First team from Falkirk region go in lane number 3. Dundee City Aquatic in 4. Tari West London in lane number 5. The first A team, it's the first junior team actually in lane number 3. It's the first A team in lane number 6. Heart of Midlothian go in lane number 7. In there, very fast start from Matari West London. They saw them on the first leg, the first heat of the women's race. Doing a similar job here in the first heat of the men's race. They have been overtaken though. So we're in lane number 6 going well.
Yeah, that was a great underwater there from Keir Edgar. So he's really pulled it away for first.
It's first in second place as well, so the first A team lead them in lane number 6. The junior team in second place now. It's Liam Harkin going for the team in lane number 6. Jordan McPhail coming back strongly for the Natari West London team in lane number 5, but Liam Harkin is going to hold on to this lead onto the freestyle leg. It's Ryan Ferguson in the final leg for the first team, and it's Pietro Lombardo for Natari West London, but it does look like Ryan Ferguson is going to hold on to this lead. It's going to be a very impressive swim from the first A team. Looks like the first junior team might come through into second position, but it looks like it's going to be first. We are going to be first in 150.02. Good time as well. Faster than their submitted time, so 150.02, and it's second this time for Natari West London in 151.94.
Yeah, that was a really, really good team effort there from first. They all pushed on, and it was great that each leg they kind of got a bigger and bigger lead there, so it's nice to see.
So that'll be the target for the heats to follow. There's some very fast teams, as we would expect. In the final heat, we've got, again, 3 heats of this one. This is the second heat. Stirling Swim, right up the top there. Millfield will go in lane number 2. Warrender Bass Junior team in lane 3. West Lothian A team in lane 4. City of Glasgow Juniors in lane 5. Aquajets Newcastle in lane 6. Western Berkshire B team in lane 7. And Dumfries A team in lane number 8. Real mixture here. 2 junior teams will contest for the junior title. That is Warrender Bass in lane 3 and also City of Glasgow in lane number 5. A real Glasgow-Edinburgh tussle there for the junior title. Oh, out ahead there, looks like lane number 5, Conor Massey, going well for City of Glasgow Juniors in the early stages, giving them a lead over Aquajets Newcastle there, 26.63, and it's very close at the front. 3 teams in contention here. Teams in 4, 5 and 6, West Lothian, City of Glasgow and Aquajets Newcastle. Yeah, John Keane, is going for West Lothian? We've seen him winning junior titles already in the sprints, and he's following that up with a very impressive swim there on that 50 breaststroke, wasn't it?
He's had a busy night. It's 350s in the night, so I'm really pulled that away there.
That's given them a good base to build on for the second half of this one. Alistair Dons will keep the lead for West Lothian on the butterfly leg here. Being pressed now 1 lane up from him, Warren Bass, Fraser Wilson, and 2 lanes further down, I should say, Will Morden from Aquajets is bringing them back into second position. But on that last leg, Alistair Dons will hand over to Miles Lapsley. Miles Lapsley trying to hold off the challenge now of the Warrender swimmer Liam McLaughlin. We saw him on the medal podium as well as the junior champion Liam McLaughlin, but it does look like Miles Lapsley is going to just about hold on here. The West Lothian swimmer into the finish. A great swim from the Warrender swimmer as well to get in ahead of the Aquajets team, but the Warrender swimmers there, very good finish to there. And Liam McLaughlin, I think that'll claim the junior title.
Yes, I think it will as well.
So keep an eye on the time, 1:46.82. West Lothian team pleased with their efforts there, faster than their entry time. And the Warrender team, I think, unless there are any disqualifications, should be crowned the junior champions. It's always nervous in the relays, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's very, very nervous that the takeovers you could have thought they were safe, but it might have been quite risky, but nope, all safe there, so that's good to see.
Again, expecting big head-to-heads here in this final race. We have to enjoy this evening, first night of finals. Warren de Bath's A-team in 1, Aberdeen Performance A-team in 2, Edinburgh University A-team in 3, University of Stirling A-team in 4, University of Stirling B-team in 5, City of Glasgow A-team in 6, Edinburgh Uni B-team in 7, and Aberdeen Performance B-team in lane 8. Massive names taking part in this one. Martin Walton leading out the University of Stirling team into an early lead.
Yeah, we've just seen him in the 100 IM with that impressive first half of it, so he's pulling ahead of the rest of the teams here as well, so his backstroke's very impressive.
Terry Gardner in second position there, so it's Stirling 1 and 2 here. Scott Gibson had a good swim for Edinburgh University and that first leg, but look at who is on the breaststroke. It's Ross Murdoch on the breaststroke for University of Stirling A-team, and no one is going to catch Ross Murdoch, not even Craig Benson, who is going for the B-team.
Yeah. Jack Thorpe as well, so that's all 3 medalists from the 50 breaststroke in there.
And it looks like Ross Murdoch will hand over to Duncan Scott. Well, we've seen Duncan Scott on record-breaking form. The big names just continue to come for the Stirling team, and Duncan Scott extending that lead. Callum Bain now very close in second, well, clear in second place, but not close to Duncan Scott as he hands over to the final leg swimmer.
Yeah, Yeah, to Scott McClay, who again we've seen tonight.
And that is Scott McClay, who's also
And here's Scott McClay now. Well, we'll just keep an eye on the clock there. Scott McClay coming back now. Surely University of Stirling are going to take this one very, very comfortably. The Scottish record is 136.48, and there is 134.57. Well, what a time that was. The Scottish club record has gone for University of Stirling, and that was absolutely superb there. University of Stirling take that Scottish club record by almost a second, 134.57. It's Stirling 1 and 2 with Edinburgh Uni in third.
So they are the bronze medalists.
Well, what about that, Corey?
Yeah, that was an amazing race. It's just great to see them have so many athletes. I mean, you've got Ross Murdoch against Craig Benson and Jack Thorpe in that breaststroke leg. All three of them are on the podium, so it's such an amazing race with so many amazing swimmers in that.
And a really, really strong team from University of Stirling.
Yeah.
Martin Walton came on the backstroke leg, very fast start, but then Ross Murdoch, a record breaker tonight.
Yeah.
Duncan Scott, a record breaker tonight.
Yeah.
Scott McClay, who was inside the 50 freestyle
I
record,
know.
even though he was beaten on the night by Jack Thorpe, but still in record breaking form. So
Yeah, and now they're all
really
in record breaking form as well, with Martin as well. So now they're all that team. Great Scottish team record there.
absolutely fitting that the Stirling team break the Scottish club record that they already held, actually, 136.34, so they improved that
Yeah.
time. So excellent swimming there from the Stirling swimmers. And that's our last swimming action of the night, would you believe it?
No, that's gone so fast.
Well, presentations to come, so
Yeah,
don't leave us just yet. Corey's all over Twitter,
yeah.
as you would expect.
From
She-
Swim West
she-
Lothian, we've got, despite ramming into the lane rope, John Keane manages to get to the wall as junior champion. So,
Good.
yeah.
Well, what can he do without hitting the lane rope? That's what we want to
know.
ask. Absolutely brilliant there from John Keane tonight. He's had some good swims and a name very much to watch out for in the future.
Yeah.
Just waiting for the presentations now.
Oh, it's nice to see all the boys getting ready for the presentation. Lots of smiles going round. There's Ross and Duncan both having a wee laugh, so they're obviously happy with that performance.
Yeah, they know each other very well. They've kind of come through the ranks together, haven't they? The likes of Ross
Yeah.
Murdoch and Duncan Scott. There's the women's medalist now.
Squeezing onto the podium.
As you said, Corey, good to see three different teams in here. Aberdeen Performance team in 154.62, taking the podium for that women's 4x50 metres medley relay. Presentations again being made by Helen Murray, past president of SASA. See Helen on medal duty again.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be a Scottish Championships without Helen Murray.
No, I always loved Helen presenting any medals. So it's always a great for a wee chat as well.
There is ladies for presentation of the silver medal. Kiana McInnes, a silver medal. What a great swim that she had in the 200 metres butterfly.
Be exciting to see what she can do for the rest over the rest of the weekend.
Team Cassie Wilde, Eve Thompson, Kiana McInnes and Lottie Upan. The Aberdeen teams Caroline McIntosh, Orla Adams, Jasmine Perry and Alice Alcaraz. And the winners on the top podium, Lucy Hope, Annabelle Guy Johnson there. And Jane Bruce, of course. Great butterfly swim. Rachel Masson, the anchor swimmer, right in the back there.
And now letting the junior champions on.
Warrender Juniors. Taking their place there, Abby Sinclair, Katie Goodburn, Eve Corrigan and Natalie Jones. Junior swimmers, 2 14-year-olds, 2 15-year-olds. Medal podium, and some excellent swims there. Katie Goodburn had a good swim, didn't she, earlier on tonight?
Yes, definitely. And yeah, these girls' future's so bright. So they're 14 and 15. I think so they go up to 16, the juniors. So yeah, still got another couple of years in there.
Yeah, that's right. We might see them back again next year. That same quartet. They can go and try and better the time that they did this year. I'm sure they can only improve. That quartet is the champions. A little bit tight on the top of that medal podium.
Tight, but it's nice. I mean, it's nice colour coordinated. All the red on the top podium. So
yes, well spotted. Very good. Boys now making their way onto the medal podium for this presentation as well. The final presentation of the night. Again, well, what a swim it was. Scottish Club record for the winners. Real quality all the way through that team. Edinburgh University team.
I think we've only got 3 Edinburgh University. 3 of the team there, so.
Oh, we've lost that Edinburgh University team here.
Maybe someone did double.
Jack Thorpe's there.
Yeah, we're missing Ross Leslie. I bet we'll see him running somewhere.
Be a late appearance, maybe, or maybe not. Scott Gibson, Jack Thorpe, Ross Leslie, and the tall figure of David Cumberledge on that final leg for Edinburgh University. University of Stirling dominating the top 2 positions. The B team getting in there for second place. Perry Gardner, Craig Benson, Callum Bain and Craig McLean.
It's not often you'll see any of those boys in a B team, to be honest. It's a very, very impressive B team.
Very impressive indeed, but even more impressive with this A team full of stars here. Martin Walton leads them up. New Scottish Club record for University of Stirling. Martin Walton. Ross Murdoch, again, another record for him tonight. Another record for Duncan Scott.
Yeah.
Not quite colour coordinated, Duncan Scott, with the
no, he's not.
University of Stirling. You won't mind that. Scott McLean, the final swimmer there on the top of that podium. Great swimming there from these guys. A real strong team. And again, we've said it before, very difficult for those teams to be beaten. Looks like swim West Lothian.
Oh, John Keane again. He's had a busy night.
John Keane, his supporters on Twitter, he'll be very happy with that. I'm sure they'll be tweeting it. So yes, Ono, John Keane, Alistair Duns and Miles Lapsley. What listed as a junior team? We've kind of missed them in the recap of the race there. But three 16-year-olds and Miles Lapsley, the 15-year-old, qualified them for the junior title. And there are junior champions right in the front. I think they're trying to get them on this top podium. That's going to be
tight.
There's a lot of big guys on there.
Yeah.
Hopefully nobody falls off the back.
Ross just fell off.
So how did one of Scotland's top swimmers injure himself, falling off the back of a medal podium?
I think he was jumping around as well.
Oh, it's his own fault.
Yeah.
Well, a great way to finish tonight's action.
Yeah,
not Ross Murdoch falling off the podium, but that great Scottish club record time set by University of Stirling. The lights are going down here at the Royal Commonwealth Pool here in Edinburgh. It's been a great night of action. We've seen Scottish records, many records fall tonight. It's only the first night of competition, Corey, and a lot to look forward to in the next couple of days.
Hopefully it's just the start of the Scottish records being broken, so hopefully we'll see a lot more over the weekend.
Well, thank you very much, Corey, for joining us tonight in the commentary position. Your debut.
My debut,
It won't be the last time you'll be here. You will be here all week.
Yes, I will.
Tomorrow night and Sunday night. So hopefully you'll tune in to get Corey's insight on the Scottish Championships. It's been a great night of action from here at the Royal Commonwealth Pool. We have got 2 more days to come, so please join us tomorrow night for day 2 of finals here from Edinburgh. So from Corey and myself, it's good night for now, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Scotland's a wild and lovely place.
But there's a change we must embrace.
Scotland's water's world class.
No doubt.
So, take a refillable bottle.
When you go out,
It's your water, your life.
top up from the tap with Scottish Water.
Fresh, cool, clear.
And only available right here.
Exceeding expectations in the delivery of outstanding, best value legal services to businesses, organisations and private individuals. If you want to deal with a different kind of law firm, get in touch now.